A contract is a contract. So, I'll design for you. Those bunny outfits, I mean.
Raise the stakes. A real professional just arrived. There's only one lucky rabbit, and it's me.
It's time for a bunny girl to save the world! I told you! Heroes always win!
No fun. Huh? You? Same side as them? If you stop me, better be ready. Keep staring. Means you want to fight? My path. Do not block. HourㅅEternal! Ibita! Revivita! Will not miss. Back is open. Should I catch everything? I will find you! You! Cut now! Go on! Try run! Not dead yet! Take down! At least one! Freedom now!
Light and shadow, good and evil, truth and deceit. The world is split by a singular divide. Now, there's no need to run. Once you stand trial before me, there is no escaping my judgment. Oh dear, your sins are staining my mirror with such filth. A gaze into truth. Light or shadow, which side do you fall on? Now then, shall we take aim with a bit of grace? As expected, my mirror is never mistaken. I'm in trouble! An awful sinner is trying to kill me. Are you looking? Eyes here, dear. Guilty. Straight to execution.
I have zero intention of attracting customers in a dump like this. This area belongs to me now. Lumia Casino is open and fully operational. Hey, get ready to take guests again. You keep staring. Never seen a white rabbit before. All clear here. Begin operations. I'll tell Kiara. No need to waste flyers in a place like this.
This'll make the job easier.
Any workplace injuries will be properly compensated.
People must have worked here. I promised myself I'd never come back here. I will walk on any path that you lead me. I'm technically on the clock, like, all the time. All work and no play makes Kiara all alone. My faith will not waver. A proper send-off.
What? This isn't that hard. Nothing's worse than a rundown hotel. This isn't too bad. I worked hard on this. Here's hoping it works. I read a quote by some author guy once that I really liked. I love the deadlines. I love the whooshing noise they make as they go by. Now this is more my speed. It's still not over? Don't worry, I'll protect your smile. I'm so tired.
All right, where to next? Maybe I should stretch a bit before the opening. A true hero gets around on her own 2 feet. You were waiting for me, right? The hero has arrived. I don't fight battles I'll lose. I win them all. Just wait. I'll bring back tons of customers. Whee! Yeah! Ta-da! Superhero landing. Let me find your dreams.
The pot's been recovered. No losses.
So, betting on me was the right call, wasn't it?
A school with neither students nor teachers. Playing without an audience is lame. Don't be shy. Come out. I don't know. I prefer to play for the living. Come on. Why don't you come out to listen to my performance? Oh, here you are.
Not yet. I can't rest yet.
You still have things to do.
That day, it happened near a gas station. Crowded with cars. Better than before, at least. Normal life was always a luxury for me, as you can see. You stole my chance at normal. You made me this way. Don't think this is the end. I'll be back. I need something.
Don't worry, I'll snap some good ones.
I'm just here to ask a few questions. Did you happen to see an injured person?
Useless.
Good work, Officer Aya.
It's the police!
You're a real police officer? I seem to remember cops differently. The shutter is a little slow. Wouldn't want to scratch my lens. Ready? Come on, give me a cool pose.
Where are all the shady importers?
Who is this? Following the law and protecting the people. Now that sounds impressive.
I'm a pacifist. That's why everyone should just die. Earth would be such a peaceful place without you all. I'm gonna kill you guys for this. Did you really think we were going to see each other again? That's how you prove your worth. What is this thing doing here?
What? There are cops too? Ugh.
The criminal is still at large.
I gotta wrap it up fast and get out of here. What the hell is this? Oi, quit causing trouble and move along, yeah? Didn't I tell you to watch your head? I'll crush them all. If I catch you, you're dead! So, what do you want?
Do you have any chocolate?
Ugh, such a pain in the ass. Hey, got any food? Spit it out already.
Sir, it's time for you to leave.
I should write this down. I'm Kiara. Nice to meet you.
Anyway, a contract is a contract. So, I'll design for you. Those bunny outfits, I mean.
Raise the stakes. A real professional just arrived. There's only one lucky rabbit, and it's me.
It's time for a bunny girl to save the world! I told you! Heroes always win!
No fun. Huh? You? Same side as them? If you stop me, better be ready. Keep staring. Means you want to fight? My path. Do not block. HourㅅEternal! Ibita! Revivita! Will not miss. Back is open. Should I catch everything? I will find you! You! Caught now! Go on! Try run! Not dead yet! Takedown! At least one! Freedom now!
Light and shadow, good and evil, truth and deceit. The world is split by a singular divide. Now, there's no need to run. Once you stand trial before me, there is no escaping my judgment. Oh dear, your sins are staining my mirror with such filth. A gaze into truth. Light or shadow, which side do you fall on? Now then, shall we take aim with a bit of grace? As expected, my mirror is never mistaken. I'm in trouble! An awful sinner is trying to kill me. Are you lucky? Eyes here, dear. Guilty. Straight to execution.
I have zero intention of attracting customers in a dump like this. This area belongs to me now. Lumia Casino is open and fully operational. Hey, get ready to take guests again. You keep staring. Never seen a white rabbit before. All clear here. Begin operations. I'll tell Kiara. No need to waste flyers in a place like this.
This'll make the job easier.
Any workplace injuries will be properly compensated.
People must have worked here. I promised myself I'd never come back here. I will walk on any path that you lead me. I'm technically on the clock like all the time. All work and no play makes Kiara all alone. My faith will not waver. A proper send-off.
What? This isn't that hard. Nothing's worse than a rundown hotel. This isn't too bad. I worked hard on this. Here's hoping it works. I read a quote by some author guy once that I really liked. I love the deadlines. I love the whooshing noise they make as they go by. Now this is more my speed. It's still not over.
Don't worry, I'll protect your smile.
I'm so tired.
All right, where to next? Maybe I should stretch a bit before the opening. A true hero gets around on her own 2 feet. You were waiting for me, right? The hero has arrived. I don't fight battles I'll lose. I win them all. Just wait. I'll bring back tons of customers. Whee! Yeah! Ta-da! Superhero landing. Let me find your dreams.
The pot's been recovered. No losses.
So, betting on me was the right call, wasn't it?
A school with neither students nor teachers. Playing without an audience is lame. Don't be shy. Come out. I don't know. I prefer to play for the living. Come on. Why don't you come out to listen to my performance? Oh, here you are.
Not yet. I can't rest yet.
You still have things to do.
That day, it happened near a gas station. Crowded with cars. Better than before, at least. Normal life was always a luxury for me, as you can see. You stole my chance at normal. You made me this way. Don't think this is the end. I'll be back. I need something.
Don't worry, I'll snap some good ones.
I'm just here to ask a few questions. Did you happen to see an injured person?
Useless.
Good work, Officer Aya.
It's the police!
You're a real police officer? I seem to remember cops differently. The shutter is a little slow. Wouldn't want to scratch my lens. Ready? Come on, give me a cool pose.
Where are all the shady importers?
Who is this? Following the law and protecting the people. Now that sounds impressive.
I'm a pacifist. That's why everyone should just die. Earth would be such a peaceful place without you all. I'm gonna kill you guys for this. Did you really think we were going to see each other again? That's how you prove your worth. What is this thing doing here?
What? There are cops too?
The criminal is still at large.
I gotta wrap it up fast and get out of here. What the hell is this? Oi, quit causing trouble and move along, yeah? your head! I'll crush them all! If I catch you, you're dead! So, what do you want?
Do you have any chocolate?
Ugh, such a pain in the ass. Hey, got any food? Spit it out already!
Sir, it's time for you to leave.
I should write this down. I'm Kiara. Nice to meet you.
Anyway, a contract is a contract. So, I'll design for you. Those bunny outfits, I mean.
Raise the stakes. A real professional just arrived. There's only one lucky rabbit, and it's me.
It's time for a bunny girl to save the world! I told you! Heroes always win!
No fun. Huh? You? Same side as them? If you stop me, better be ready. Keep staring. Means you want to fight? My path. Do not block. HourㅅEternal! Ibita! Revivita! Will not miss. Back is open. Should I catch everything? I will find you! You, caught now! Go on, try run! Not dead yet! Take down at least one! Freedom now!
Light and shadow, good and evil, truth and deceit. The world is split by a singular divide. Now, there's no need to run. Once you stand trial before me, there is no escaping my judgment. Oh dear, your sins are staining my mirror with such filth. A gaze into truth. Light or shadow, which side do you fall on? Now then, shall we take aim with a bit of grace? As expected, my mirror is never mistaken. I'm in trouble! An awful sinner is trying to kill me. Are you lucky? Eyes here, dear. Guilty. Straight to execution.
And we are live. Hello! Welcome to another season of DevStream. I am Windy as your host, and I'm joined today by Raven1 and Wolf1 today. So welcome to the DevStream once again. We do it this off the season. And yeah, before we start, I think we can do some introductions, starting with Raven1.
Hello everyone, I'm Raven1. Glad to be back and excited to be here.
Wolf 1 2.
Hello, I'm Wolf1, producer of Eternal Return. It's both a pleasure and a bit nervous working to meet you all every 3 months. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, every 3 months we do this dev stream. And yeah, this is just a great opportunity for us to show us what we did last season and show us what we're going to do next season. So it's always a pleasure to show what's going on inside Nimble Neuron and what we have to bring in store for next season as well. Now, with that being said, I think we can jump straight into the PPT. And yeah, we can go straight into the screen. And yeah, before we start, I'm going to give a quick rundown about what we're going to do this stream. So yeah. Here's the schedule for today. And as you might expect, we'll start with a review of Season 10, move on to the core updates for Season 11, and then dive into one of the most anticipated new skins and paths, and end with a Q&A session. And yeah, we'll also have a short 10-minute break in the middle. And yeah, the coupon code is going to be revealed at the usual time. And with that being said, yeah, I think we can kick off the Season 11 dev stream. Kick it off, please.
All right, looking back, Season 10 was a season where we tried a lot of new things, and let's go over them one by one. As always, we'll start with the theme of Season 10, which was Royal. This was our second Bunny Girl concept. The name Royal came from Royal Straight Flush, which also happened to fit perfectly with our collaboration, making it a double whammy for the season.
A double whammy.
Next, let's talk about the test subjects introduced in Season 10. Fenrir's an aggressive melee with a high skill ceiling. He had a steep learning curve at launch, but he stabilized after a few patches. Coraline, our mirror-based character using Arcana weapons, has built a dedicated fan base due to her unique playstyle and received positive feedback overall. While new characters typically have high initial pick rates, Coraline saw an impressive 8.3% pick rate in normal matches during her first 2 weeks. Season 10 also brought our highly anticipated Persona 5 Royal collaboration. The epic skins for Alex and Sylvia were widely praised for their high quality. Because this was our first few seasons with collabs, and with IPs that we really wanted to work with, it put quite a strain on the team. To ensure that we have enough time to prepare without missing out on original token skins, our next collaboration will likely arrive around Season 13. It might feel a bit far off, but it'll be worth the wait. And in Season 10, we finally revamped the tutorial and added guide missions to lower the barrier for new players. The feedback was quite positive. We managed to resolve many of the complaints about the game being unfriendly to beginners. Now players commonly recommend the tutorial for understanding the game. However, the retentions didn't improve as much as we hoped, meaning the game's steep learning curve still remains. Moving forward, we plan to take a broader approach, looking into improving the early gameplay and farming experience right after starting a match, rather than relying solely on the tutorial. We also introduced new story content this season, which received a better response than we anticipated. Main episode focused on the test subjects in the lore of Lumia Island, while season episodes explored the what-if scenarios to match the season's theme. While the lore isn't massive just yet, we believe that once we accumulate a few seasons worth of stories, the overall quality and depth will skyrocket. We plan to continue building on this foundation to bring you even richer lore. And Purple Fog was a sub-weather system added in Season 10. By triggering events at different timings than usual, it added a fun and interesting twist to the gameplay that changed how players managed their macros. Since the weather system has now been in the game for 6 or 7 seasons, we definitely plan to keep experimenting and expanding on with new variations in the future.
6, 7.
The Wolves by Day and Bears by Night rule was another major change in Season 10. Initially, there were concerns that it would reduce the macro management aspect of the game, but having consistent spawn patterns actually made gameplay much clearer. The feedback has been overwhelmingly positive, especially for newer players who appreciated the reduction in RNG. We were prepared to roll it back if needed, but it has been established itself as a pretty good system, so we're going to be keeping it for now. We also introduced a pseudo-random distribution system for special material drops from wild animals. Previously, bad luck could leave you without special materials for a long time, but now the probability increases the longer you go without a drop. This has made farming experience much more predictable and significantly reduced early game RNG snowballing, saving players from frustrating moments of running into overly geared teams on day 2. And the healing reduction revamp was quite the hot topic in Season 10. We removed strong healing reduction and lowered the base value to 20%, which initially caused some confusion. But with the addition of new augments, players gain more freedom in their item build and lowering the overall dependency on specific anti-heal items. We recognize that this change weakens some sustained heavy characters, which we adjusted mid-season. We are also still figuring out the best way to suppress late-game healing without strong anti-heal, and we'll continue to make adjustments to healing skills to improve its balance.
Okay. Next, we also implemented improvements to the tank archetype, which included characters such as Garnet, Lennox, Mai, Eleven, Shukai, Alonso, Elena, and Estelle. So for some examples, for instance, Garnet's targeted mobility skill was changed to a non-target skill, which greatly improved her active playmaking ability, though she did needed some buffs throughout the season to remain competitive. And Lennox received a cooldown reduction gimmick to boost her tanking when she hits her skills and basically when she is at her peak. And also, Alonso players were given a bit of a more gameplay by being able to trigger his stun with his weapon skill too, instead of just doing a basic attack. Shukai's Q also dealt max HP damage, making him much more threatening too, though his stopping power was a bit lacking. Overall, while the early Season 10 meta wasn't the best for tanks, we believe that subsequent buffs have allowed them to perform more solidly with HP-focused builds. Another change we did was the kiosk exchange feature, which was another good addition in Season 10, bringing a quality of life upgrade by allowing players to exchange items directly at kiosks. While we did run into some kind of like these minor bugs, like accidental item swaps, exchange failures in such certain situations, we've been continuously patching them just like the other bugs. We also have some further improvements based for this feature planned in Season 11 as well, which we will go over shortly when we're talking about Season 11. There was also a lot of stuff added for the gadgets as well, the C0 gate and the portable safe zone. So the portable safe zone has been very intuitive and widely used, as it provides a very clear and intuitive sanctuary in critical moments. The C0 gate is a kind of a different issue because it kind of proved quite difficult to use. And while it did enable some like great, incredible plays, the high skill ceiling that is required to use this kind of gadget made it kind of tough for general use. So we are currently discussing internal some thoughts about how to refine it. So hopefully we can bring a more better version in the future too. Additionally, we did add some sound pings for strategic movements such as hyperloops, which players appreciated as it made gathering tactical information much more easier and much more intuitive too. Also, we had some changes we have some changes and expansions for augments and item skills as well. The new Cicatrix augment synergized perfectly with the anti-heal revamp to become a very highly meaningful choice. And we also added specialized item skills for various roles throughout all archetypes as well. We do believe that the Wild Dog Mask augment still needs some optimization, so we'll continue to adjust that one and also other items or augments that needs some tweaking as well. Sorry, the PPT is kind of heavy. Okay. Season 10 also brought some great terrain improvements across regions like Stream, School, Chapel, Uptown, Warehouse, and the Research Center as well. The changes to Chapel and Uptown felt particularly impactful, and having kiosks in the Research Center proved to be incredibly useful in a lot of situations as well. Map improvements are something we want to do every season, and we will kind of like keep tweaking routing for saved plans as well, and also combat environments too, based on feedback, so that we can provide a more refined and kind of like new feeling for this map every season as well. In terms of matchmaking and the ring system, the biggest variable in Season 10 was the introduction for the mobile phone verification for the Asia 1 server, and this did reduce a lot of Smurf accounts in ranked. However, during the survey that we conducted during the season in our dev journals, player overseas were kind of against putting the system in as of now. So we'll kind of have to think of other ways or better ways to kind of try and solve these issues for overseas servers as for now. We are discussing some internal thoughts, and hopefully we can bring a an idea that even our overseas players can be kind of happy about of implementing. We also expanded the meteorite tier and raised the mid-roll entry fee to support high tier play. However, we realized that a new level of countermeasures is required. So we are going to kind of look into it and see, like, continue and try to improve matchmaking as a whole. As you know, the rank system for like a battle royale kind of battle royale game like us is very hard to adjust, but we will keep trying to make new ideas to see what we can improve upon the situation. And also, we looked at putting in our AI bots in the lower parts of ranked to kind of revitalize the ecosystem for overseas servers on the low tier side. And yeah, we don't have a lot of data yet, but we're continuing to monitor the data here too to see if we can kind of like make changes that can alleviate issues that happen in these kinds of environments too. So yeah, this is something that can't be solved in just like a quick fix. So we'll keep monitoring data, and you guys can keep sending in your feedback for us to see, and we'll try and implement the best changes as possible. And yeah, we also want to touch on some of the quality of life updates that we did as well. So some of the stuff that we did were we added the option to swap the positions of weapon skills and tactical skills. We also made it so that the quantity of dropped items on the ground can be displayed. And yeah, as I said earlier, the sound pings for strategic movements were also added, which greatly impacted gameplay and information gain. We also introduced a settings search function so that it's much more easier to look at the settings you want. And also, we made some Bori improvements to make Bori feel much more intuitive in game as well. We also include the info for Vision after the game, post game too, so that players can kind of gain more information about the game that they just did. And yeah. So these kind of quality of life changes are something that we do every season, even mid-season, and this is something that we will continue to do consistently. So yeah, we promise to keep delivering consistent improvements to the game in the future as well. Okay, this one is kind of an interesting one. And yeah, we've debuted our beloved streamer Lumi first in Chijijik in Korean side during this season. And yeah, Lumi hosted a surprise April Fool's broadcast, which drew in a lot of viewers than we expected. And yeah, we were absolutely blown away by the level of interest. However, the stream did had some minor hiccups during the stream. So yeah, we'll be kind of refining and upgrading her to be even smarter. And yeah, we're also experimenting ways to see how we can kind of like expand Lumi to like the global side too. And yeah, we'll see how we can take the concept to the next step. So hopefully we will be able to provide very fun moments and more experimental experience to our players as well with this project too. So yeah, we hope you look forward to it. There's also the coupon here, Hello Lumi, valid through April 28th. So make sure you turn on your game and snatch up that coupon as well. Yep. With that being said, I think that's all of our review for Season 10. And yeah, we can go straight into kind of like introducing our new features for the next season. Yeah. So yeah, with that being said, please take it away and introduce some of our new features.
All right. Well, the very first change for Season 11 is the highly awaited new zone, the barge. So let's barge into this video. As you can see, the barge is a new area added to the southeast of Lumia Island, right between dock and factory. And yes, for those wondering, it is indeed a white, flat cargo ship, but the ship itself and the surrounding area will be fully playable. To give you a brief overview of its structure, the barge consists of 4 ships. There are mutant bears and a bear pack on the lower ship, creating a solid farming route. It also features a kiosk, a hyperloop, and jump pads to keep movement fluid. But adding a new zone means more than just a new concept. It means Lumia Island itself is getting bigger. Because of this, Restricted zones will behave differently to ensure connected areas aren't awkwardly separated. We'll talk about how zones will be changed to make sure the new zone doesn't disrupt the current game flow and map movement. We decided to add an entirely new phase to Season 11. With an extra phase, we can provide more breathing room throughout the match. This is to reduce third-party instances as well as to make more distance between objectives. Additionally, this means that battles in the temporary and final safe zones will now take place during daytime and not night. Except when two teams are split across temporary safe zones, one phase is skipped, so it will still be nighttime. But outside of that, this daytime final battle drastically reduces the reliance on cameras, completely changing the late game dynamic. And our next major addition is area gimmicks. In Season 11, several areas will receive their own unique mechanics. The core idea here is to give players specific reasons to visit different zones beyond just hunting wild animals or objectives. These distinct characteristics will provide dynamic motivations for your routing choices depending on the situation. So, let me introduce you one by one. First up, we have apple trees. These will be placed in forest, temple, sum, pond, archery range, and chapel. When you attack the tree, it drops an apple, and if you're lucky, a golden one. The forest will have 3 trees, while the other areas will have 1 each, providing a new way to gather food. In exchange, the number of standard food supplies will also decrease. It's very intuitive. If you're running low on food, head to a greener area and get some apples.
Greener pastures.
Our second gimmick is the medical support network added to hospital. The kiosk in hospital will now offer a 50 credit discount on revival costs. What a sale. And you can also find first aid kits in this area. It fits the theme perfectly and creates an interesting dynamic. Making a run for the hospital will save you credits. Next, we have the grandfather clock in school. Attacking the clock releases a pulse that warps time. Anyone hit by the pulse gets a slight reduction in their skill cooldowns and recovers a bit of their timer. The pulse covers a fairly large area, meaning you can still benefit even if someone else activates it, as long as you're in range. If you've burned through a lot of timer, going to school is going to be very valuable. Moving on to police station, we are introducing evidence box. Starting on day 3, this box will periodically activate and offer a chance to loot 1 item from test subjects who have died on Lumia Island. However, the box is locked, as evidence is important and confidential. Unlocking it takes time and generates a noise ping to alert nearby enemies. Once unlocked, you can choose 1 item from inside. If you're confident in your combat skills, heading to police station to upgrade your gear, especially as the game goes on, is a new choice.
Look at Isaac go.
And last but not least are the crane and barrels being added to the new map, Barge. The cranes will randomly drop barrels in Barge and put barrels onto the zone. If you get hit by the falling barrel, players will take damage similar to a mini meteorite. Whereas if you auto a barrel into an enemy, it explodes upon impact and creates a zone that causes slow in an area. This should make for some fun fights in the new zones.
Yeah. Next up is a change to some older content, which first is going to be the complete removal of traps. And yeah, that's right. All traps are being removed finally from the game. Currently, traps are kind of in an awkward position where they're mostly just used when players have leftover credits, especially since the EMP updates made them much more harder to utilize effectively. So right now, we've decided to boldly clean them up and to replace them and give you a way to kind of like spend those leftover late game credits. We're going to be introducing a new consumable item called capsules, specifically life, blood, and space capsules. These work similarly to the current cube effects. So while upgrading your gear is always preferred, if you have kind of like an awkward amount of leftover credits, you can now exchange them for these temporary buffs via the quick slot. So this is going to give you more offensive skill during fights too. So maybe they can play out a bit more differently with these kind of like extra stats as well. With this change, all map cubes will also be unified into the credit cube, except for those ones in the battle zone, like the combat lab. So yeah, this simplifies the game by reducing complexity and shifts the late game's control of terrain or terrain into kind of like adjustable credit-based buffs. And yeah, next up we have some changes to the some more changes to kind of like older content too, which is going to be a lot of changes to the tactical skills. So yeah, breaking the long-standing mold of these tactical skills, Season 11 will bring 3 brand new tactical skills. They're going to be Wings of Light, Repulsor Missiles, and Plasma Dash. Since players heavily favor mobility skills due to their high value, and with Blink being overwhelmingly being the more popular, followed by Red Storm and Strider, we wanted to add more active mobility skills that better suit different character roles. We are also revising or removing skills that were tactical skills that were in awkward positions or overly restricted to specific characters. And yeah, we expect this to significantly shake up the meta in Season 11 and kind of see new plays coming out of it too. So yeah, with that being said, I think we can go through them one by one. The first tactical skill we have up on the menu is Wings of Light. So for Wings of Light, upon use, your movement speed and attack speed temporarily increases for a number of seconds. And while Wings of Light is active, your basic attacks will also slow the enemy. And furthermore, every time you hit an enemy, the duration is extended as well, making it a fantastic alternative to Blink or Red Storm for kind of like basic attack dealers looking to kite or chase enemies. During our internal playtest, some of our testers said that like assault rifle users were talking about how great it felt. So hopefully, even our players can show us amazing plays with this new kind of tactical skill. The second one we have on the menu is Repulsor Missiles. So this skill allows you to dash a short distance while firing missiles at the nearest enemy near your destination. And enhancing it through the attack skill model will make it fire even more missiles. You can kind of like think of it as like a single target version of Blade of Truth, but with a dash attached. It serves as a great alternative to Blink because you're trading off a bit of defense, but you're also gaining some damage as well. So it's either if you want a bit of more distance or a bit of more damage while you're doing your fights. So we believe that this is going to be meaningful for kind of like the assassin archetype or bruiser archetype who needs to front load damage onto a single target. And yeah, players can try it over other tactical skills too, because we believe that the sudden burst potential is, sorry, I'm dying. It can be surprisingly satisfying. And yeah, so also ranged auto attackers can also kind of try and use it too, but it is kind of like a case-by-case scenario. So we believe that players will do a lot of research on this tactical skill too, but we believe on the right character it's going to feel really potent. Some more changes we have prepared here is the Plasma Dash. And like the repulsor missile, you will dash also a short distance, but instead of just doing front load damage on a single target, you fire a cone of plasma projectiles in the direction you're moving. The damage is a bit lower, but it also inflicts slow and defense reduction, making it highly useful for disrupting the enemy lines. We also believe that it's going to be very valuable for initiators for setting up combos. And since the players frankly use tactical skills to supplement their character's mobility, we just wanted to add these kinds of tactical skills to give you a variety of options of how you want to kind of like approach the game, how you want to approach combat in ways that's not just limited in one way. So yeah, we hope that these tactical skills can provide this kind of stuff too. We also have a additional tactical skill listed here called Asthenia. You might notice that it says Cobalt underneath it because this one is going to be a Cobalt protocol exclusive tactical skill. And this one temporarily reduces an enemy's movement speed and the damage they deal. We believe that this is going to be a kind of like a perfect option for the rapid 4v4 fights in Cobalt Protocol. But we did believe that if this is in Lumia Island, it is going to be kind of too oppressive in the environment of Lumia Island because a targeted debuff that's very strong is going to maybe feel a bit too much for this kind of environment. We are keeping it exclusive for Cobalt for now, but we will monitor its performance, and yeah, we can see where it goes from there. We also have some changes to our current tactical skills too, starting with protocol violation. And yeah, previously this one's visibility was very poor, and because it was poor, it was also quite difficult to land as well. So we did slightly tweak it to make it so that the activation time is reduced. And also, additionally, instead of applying a damage taken increase debuff, it now deals true damage directly upon hit, making it the reward much more clearer for it when landing it too. We also made it very clear to see. So basically, it's very approachable overall too. And since it also deals flat damage now, the timing of when you use it will also change completely. So we believe that it places more emphasis on accurately landing the skill too now, to both your allies and the enemies as well. Next up, we have the changes to nullification. And yeah, this skill was one that had the lowest pick rate, yet the total CC immunity it provided offered like very good excessive utility to specific test subjects. So yeah, right now what we did is we revamped it into a team fight oriented skill. So right now at level 1, it serves as a AoE cleanse for your allies' crowd control when they are crowd controlled. And if you upgrade it through the tactical model, you also gain a function that increases your team's crowd control resistance as well. So instead of a carry taking it to protect themselves, it's now a very useful tool for kind of like the support type players too. So you can help out your other teammates with using this. And we believe that the AoE cleanse is going to be a hugely impactful and useful mechanic. So we hope that a lot of our players can look into it, research it, and see. We want to see what kind of new plays that they can come up with this kind of new mechanic. Next up, for the revamp side, we have changes to Healing Wind and Quake. For Healing Wind, its upgraded defense boost was mathematically significant, but it was kind of hard for allies to visually notice if it's actually doing anything. So we have changed the effect for it to be now a 3-second continuous heal, which allows both you, the allies, and the enemies to see what effect the skill is actually having on, like, how is it impacting on the current combat. Quake is also receiving visibility improvements, making it much more easier to react to for both your visibility and the enemy as well. We are also removing 2 tactical skills, as we said earlier, that are too helpful for certain characters. The first one is going to be False Oath. This one was something that was only used by a very limited number of characters. But like for those who fitted well, such as like Blair or Hisui, it boosted their power so much that it made balancing them extremely, extremely difficult, because now their baseline performance becomes way too intertwined with the tactical skill. And we believe that removing it will give us more room to balance these characters more properly. Finally, the Cobalt Protocol exclusive skill, Prayer, is also being removed because sometimes team fights hinged far too heavily on whether a team had this one or not. And yeah, also it basically made you feel like an Elden Ring boss. Okay, now that being said, we also want to move on to the next section. Please take it away.
Next, we have the new items coming up. I'll explain the item skills in the upcoming slides. We also have the new food with the area gimmicks such as apple and first aid kits. How delicious. First up is Predation. Attacking a nearby enemy deals bonus damage and restores your health. Because the cooldown applies per individual enemy target, it's incredibly effective when tanks or bruisers spread their damage around in a 3v3 team fight. The effect is attached to the new Force Core headpiece. The visual effect is quite cute and highly visible. Because of the healing mechanic, carefully timing your engagements will be key to maximizing its value. Next is Punishment. Landing 3 individual instances of damage on the same target deals bonus damage and grants a shield. This replaces the original skill on several weapons. The movement speed-based streamline was too oppressive on certain weapon groups, so we kept the shielding aspect but swapped the speed utility for bonus damage, creating a better fit for bruisers. You might also notice Mithril Quiver here. To prevent shield stacking, Mithril Quiver gets a variant called Punishment Tracking, which gives the movement speed utility alongside the shield instead of dealing the bonus damage. Next up are Tailwind and Heavyweight. Tailwind is simple. Hitting an enemy test subject, the skill increases your movement speed by 5% for 3 seconds. It's being added to tactical shoes and pixie boots, giving them much needed utility beyond raw stats. Heavyweight, which is being added to Shield of Kings, grants attack power proportional to your bonus HP. It's a mechanic that converts defensive stats into offensive power, which should spawn some terrifying new bruiser builds. Next is Prayer for the Dead, a brand new skill designed for supports. When you use a heal or shield skill on an ally, attaches an effect to them. This effect deals bonus damage when that ally attacks an enemy. Visually seeing the hits will make playing support feel a bit more impactful than before. Pray for the Dead is applied to a new headpiece, which will be the very first Foursquare headgear designed especially for supports. Next is Dimensional Rift, replacing the old Enforcer effect on the heavily underutilized Inquisitor item. Damaging an enemy with your ultimate applies debuff, which increases damage taken and deals continuous damage over time. Because the cooldown applies per target, hitting multiple enemies with an ultimate grants insane efficiency. If Aya or Bianca manages to hit 3 people with their ultimate, the debuff applies to all 3 for highlight montage. The final new item skills are Iteration and Follow-Up. Iteration increases your cooldown reduction by 5 whenever you hit an individual skill, stacking up to 3 times. It's fantastic for skill-reliant damage dealers in extended fights, so we applied it to Turban, an item that desperately needed a value boost. Follow-Up, applied to Mithril Boots, deals bonus damage every time you land a basic attack, highly favoring characters with fast attack speeds. With all these new items, the theory crafting for different characters can hopefully change a bit.
Okay, now let's look at some changes to character logic and hitboxes in Season 11 too. So one of the most important changes we have for character improvements is the logic for effects triggering upon enemy death, and we believe that this one is finally fixed. So this sounds kind of like confusing. So what happened was that previously, effects that trigger on damage dealt would fail to activate if the attack killed the enemy. So basically, let's say, for example, a Diamond Shard augment provides a shield when landing CC. But if the enemy died to that attack damage that provided the crowd control, the shield wouldn't proc. And basically, it looked like a bug. But when we looked into it, fixing it required very deeply rewriting, kind of like core engine logic if we wanted to fix this, which took quite some time when we were kind of like approaching this one. So now we believe we finally fixed it. And yeah, for instance, we provided some examples here on the PPT too.
We do apologize that it's a bit glitchy. It's a lot of GIFs in one slide. So
it's not GIFs, GIFs. Okay, yeah, GIFs. So yeah, we do have a lot of GIFs on the PPT. So we apologize if it's kind of like bugging out. But hopefully we can give it like a kind of like an idea about what we're talking about. So I'll explain some of them. So previously for Fiora, Fiora's passive is now gonna give her the move speed correctly when she proceeds to kill an enemy with her passive. So yeah, allowing her to more reposition more clearly. So if the passive proc killed the enemy, she wouldn't get the speed boost previously, and this kind of could like mess up the player's flow. But we believe that this kind of change will able to provide more like intuitive character situations with these kind of changes. This fix applies to other characters as well, such as Kathy, Debbie Marlene, Fiora, and other like item skills too. So yeah, characters relying very heavily on such passives, we believe that this is going to be a very huge improvement for these characters. The next one we have is, we're also improving the floating UI for skill durations and stacks too. And you'll also have a supplementary UI clearly showing your remaining time or stacks too. Some examples we have here are Fiora's ultimate stacks are now visible upon showing the remaining uses. And I know this one was kind of requested on the Discord too. Shoichi's passive stacks will also be displayed just like Jan's and Camilo's. And yeah, duration timers are also being improved as well. Nadine's ultimate duration will now be a visible bar under her health bar. And also Vanya's W skill, which requires reactivation before it expires, now also has a duration bar too, making the timing much more easier to nail. Better visibility is always a win, both for the skill user, but also for the opponent as well. And it's because, yes, the enemy can also see these gauges too. So more information for everyone. Next slide, we have some logic improvements to the crowd control, which is going to be for knockback, grab, and airborne. So basically, we are fundamentally changing the crowd control logic by merging the knockbacks and grabs into the airborne system too. Because the primary reason is to guarantee the full duration of crowd control for a knockback. So what happens is when previously, if an enemy was hit by a non-stunning knockback, while their back was kind of like flat against the wall, the knockback CC would end almost instantly as they hit the wall. But now, with unifying the system, the crowd control duration is it's guaranteed regardless of terrain, making it much more intuitive. So we have some examples here too for skills like the Isaac's ultimate or Yuan's ultimate will now apply their full crowd control duration even if the target is kind of like pinned against the wall. This will also affect many other characters like Hyunwoo, Sylvia, William, Nikki, so on. And yeah, grabs also functionally exactly the same as airborne internally. So yeah, we just unified the code structure for this one too. So this can sound like all very like, oh, logic, crowd control, but overall, this brings much more needed consistency and predictability to crowd control effects across the entire game. So yeah. We also have, this one's a very, I know that this one was something that everyone was very excited about. It's gonna be the unique dances for the exchange shop skins. Yeah. Now, I know that a lot of our players have been asking about this. I remember previously there was a question about this previously on our previous dev stream too. So yeah, we're finally excited to share that we will be able to bring this to the game. And before we continue, I think we can watch the video and see the new dances too. Please bring it away with the video. Okay, yeah, we have a look at all of the cute dances that are up, and yeah, we believe that they are very amazing. We have newly added stylish dances for Shoichi, Tia, Yuki, our sparkling twins Debbie and Marlene, and 11 too. So we hope that this is as you have expected, and hopefully you can give these skins a lot of love since with the new dances as well. Okay, with that being said, I think you can go on to the next slide. Oh, wait. Oh, wrong side. Okay. Technical issue. Okay, the next one, we want to move on to more quality of life changes. And yeah, we want to start with the saved plan configurations. So basically now you can preset your task kill model to your late game saved plan route. This was heavily requested, especially for support players and also Quake users as well for creating routes for more newer players. And since the task skill module upgrade also varies by character for certain characters, it was kind of confusing for new players to kind of like get the feel of this when using recommended save plans. But now with the in-game UI, the in-game UI will neatly display this this upgrade too in the correct priority order alongside your items as well. Also, to prevent confusion for beginners, creating a late game item now requires you to register an item for every single equipment slot before it can be saved too. So basically, new players will no longer kind of like go into the game with a new save plan, and see their late game item kind of like empty or without items. So this is going to be more intuitive for our new players too. They will stop running into like accidentally running into games with mixing slots. Also, this one is something I know that's been requested for years, and yeah, you can finally see the level by level numerical scaling for character skills directly from the lobby's character tab as well. So yeah, this one was requested for quite a while, so we believe that this is going to be a meaningful quality of life change too. Moving on to matchmaking changes, we are making some kind of like experimental matchmaking changes this season. So one thing we're going to try out is regarding normal matchmaking. A normal matchmaking soft reset. So what we're going to do is, because the current normal MMR is mostly based on elo based, a zero sum elo based, meaning if you keep winning, your elo keeps going up. However, performing well in normals is very different from climbing ranked too. So we believe that we will try and apply a soft reset to normal MMR too at the start of every season, and make it so that unranked players will have kind of like a harsher reset too. We hope that this will kind of like balance out issues that are caused where normal games would have a big ranked difference. Like you can actually see the other players ranked, and you can see that they are like very apart from each other. We hope that we will be able to balance out issues such as this one. And as we mentioned earlier, we're still looking closely to the AI bot ecosystem in the low elo ranked games too. And we can hope to see how this will improve the experience for our overseas players too. We're keeping a close eye on the data to find what's kind of gonna be like the best way that we can solve issues that are unique to these servers. So this one is kind of related to that, because we do realize that dodging is kind of like a major problem, especially when it's kind of like exploited on overseas servers. Because of that, we are trying to make it possible to manage dodging penalties separately for each server. Like overseas regions, we can do it kind of like separately to match their needs. So yeah, we're kind of like trying to separate it to see that we can make it so it can be a bit more harsher for those who kind of like dodge repeatedly. So we do understand that this is kind of like a band-aid fix for now, but we hope that it brings some immediate relief for issues that are current in the server. So yeah, as always, matchmaking is something that is always in a work in progress, because there is no perfect matchmaking. But hopefully we can try and get it better every season. We will continue to monitor data throughout the season, and hopefully we can bring you a better experience, as always, for the next season. Okay, next up we are going to change is honor levels. Yeah, this one was something that was quite requested too, especially when the honor level system was first introduced. Because yeah, we teased this before, but now increasing your honor level will grant you actual rewards, and also will be increasing your daily limit for giving golden thumbs up too. At honor levels 4 and 7, your golden thumbs up limit will be increased by 2. But since there's more levels, we're also lowered the points required per level, and also made it so that you can gain honor points by just giving thumbs up to others as well. So yeah, don't forget to leave a thumbs up to your good teammates too, and yeah, get some honor points along the way as well. So it's gonna be easier to level up your honor overall. So if you were around kind of like level 3 previously, maybe you'll be able to hit level 7 under the new system. So yeah, this one was something that was requested for quite a while, and hopefully this one can do it. Golden thumbs up. Boop. Yeah, here's some other systematic changes. So yeah, we also made some changes to the terrain in the combat lab to provide a more fresh experience during these kind of like dense and rapid fights. We've reduced the number of small walls in the central combat area and adjust the placements for the cubes as well. We removed the sky lilies too and reduced the bushes down to just 1. we believe that with fewer vision blockers and obstacles, engagements will happen much more faster. So hopefully this can provide kind of like a new feeling to these combat labs too. We've also improved the visual presentation of the temporary and final safe zones closing. So yeah, you'll now see a clear countdown, so you know exactly when it snaps shut. So you can no longer use this as an excuse when you're trapped aside. So yeah, we also added a slight delay to kiosk changes to prevent accidental rapid click swaps too, just for a quality of life change. And lastly, we're going to be vaulting the Wind Zone kit for Season 11 to shake up the meta. We hope that everyone enjoyed that gadget as well, and hopefully we can see it in the future as well. Yep, with that being said, let's move on. We've also made some improved to the chat system. Oh, this one was, I've noticed feedback from this from quite some chats too. You can now send whispers to offline friends as well, and unread messages will be retained when they log back in. So this is going to be much more easier to contact your friends on the Lumia Island server in Eternal Return. So yeah, you can also use the tab key to easily cycle through chat tabs too, just some quality of life too. And maximum friend limit. This one was requested quite a bit too, because we're finally bumping up the maximum friend limit from 200 to 250. For all those friend enjoyers, you can also enjoy this quality of life change. And this one is kind of interesting. You can now view the victory animation directly inside from the character tab. So yeah, you can fully view a skin's animations before deciding to purchase it. And I think this is just a great way for you to kind of like see the feel of the character. And if you're just starting the game or want to get into some characters, you can kind of like look at these animations and kind of like develop a more connection to them too. And yeah, with that being said, we're also going to move on to the currency exchange system that's also going to be added in the lobby. So this one was requested for quite a lot of our old users, our loyal users that have been playing throughout the years. Because basically, if you have an abundance of A-coin, EP tokens, normal data, or rare data fragments, you can now convert your surplus of one currency into another. This is a great way to utilize your excess resources. And whether you want to convert fragments into A-coin to reroll your personal store, or like swap your A-coin into data fragments, we believe that this is just going to provide an extra choice for you to use how you're going to use all of your currencies. And yeah, please show us our next updates.
Yeah, next up is the story content this season, the Royal Season episode and the Zero main episode launched together. Moving forward, season episodes will continue to drop at the start of a season, but main episodes will be released during the mid-season instead. This allows players to focus on the new season mechanics at launch, then dive into the canon storyline during mid-season. As a heads up, due to budgeting and timing issues, at the moment we will only be offering English subtitles in the upcoming season. But overall, looking forward, Season 12 will bring main episode 2 alongside a new character lore menu where you can read the backstories of every single member. And Season 13 will follow up with main episode 3 and a world lore section. We'll keep building up the narrative so you guys can enjoy Eternal Return universe even outside of Lumia Island. And I know many of you guys have been waiting for the practice mode revamp, especially to practice. We're talking about practice. We're planning a massive overhaul for the Season 11 mid-season. The two biggest features are, first, massive QL improvements. You will be able to instantly swap your character, skin, augments, everything mid-session without having to exit and restart practice mode. Second, you'll be able to invite your friends into practice mode. Just like making a custom game, you can create a lobby and practice 3v3 fights and scenarios, test PvP matchups, and train with all the sandbox environment.
Golden thumbs up. Next, I want to provide some technical updates, which is going to be regarding our transition to Unity 6. This one, we've been introducing this for quite some while, and this is kind of like a bad news because we previously aimed for a mid-season 11 release, but I'm afraid we're really sorry, but we have made the difficult decision to push this update back to Season 12. I know a lot of our players have been eagerly anticipating this change because it's connected to a lot of our technical issues that are currently with the game. So we kind of want to be transparent about why we need some more time with this change, because the primary objective of this engine migration is optimization, which is a very big subject for a game every time we do the depth stream. And we are working on a wide range of interconnected improvements, including such as a frame rate stabilization. We want to provide expanded graphical options for better performance scaling. I know this one was also quite requested in the Discord too. And we also want to reduce a lot of the crashes that happen for ER, and also improve the loading speeds too. So to give you a bit of a more visible look at our progress, we are currently testing various graphical settings one by one, and we are also checking the balance. We are also checking the balance between optimization and visual quality. And if a feature doesn't meet our performance standards, it's included. If it meets our performance standards, it's included. If it's not, it's removed from the options. So we are kind of like testing a lot of these options separately. And yeah, because these technical elements are very deeply intertwined, we wanted to make sure that we can use a bit more time to ensure a truly stable service, because the last thing we want to do is like provide a very unstable service after doing such a big update. So yeah, we understand that this delay might be very disappointing, but we are currently committed to delivering the highest quality possible. So hopefully we will be able to bring all of the results that we're currently doing of this hard work to Season 12. And we hope that we can provide more concrete updates to this change in our next dev stream too. And yeah, that also concludes our look at the more core updates for Season 11 and some of our plans for future seasons too. And yeah, if I probably have to pick the most impactful change this season, it's probably going to be the regional gimmicks for Lumia Island. And yeah, with the addition of the barge ship area, it's going to provide a brand new playable area, and it's going to which is going to provide a much very different scenes from previously. And also we are going to show off the unique gimmicks for places like hospital, police station, and etc. as well. So hopefully we will be able to provide more fundamental shifts on how the game is played. Yeah, through these like map expansion and objective density. We also made changes to existing mechanics, such as like safe zone management, more dynamic, and made a change to stuff like tactical skills too, that were part of our previous content. Sorry. So yeah, basically our real goal here is kind of like open up strategic pathing. We want to make players make more meaningful tactical choices in real time. And beyond the map itself, we believe that we are finally addressing some of the stagnant parts of the game. We've completely provided a lot of more updates to the tactical skills, which is probably the first time we did in 2 years. And we're also looking at some of the systems that haven't been changed much since early access, such as augments, item options, and weapon skills too. And hopefully we can ensure they can continually evolve with Lumia Island with more updates too. We also did make the tough calls to clear out older content too, like removing traps and reorganizing cubes. I understand that some of our players may not like this, but hopefully we will be able to bring them back in a more intuitive way, so that the players can kind of like use more easier while also being very good to the ecosystem too. So yeah, we will hopefully this makes also room for newer, more engaging systems as well. So yeah, this is mostly done for the updates and kind of like changes for Season 11, but I know that everyone's still waiting for the upcoming skin preview too. So yeah, hopefully if you still have some craving for more information, that can fill the gap too. And before we clear out part 1, we have a short session from Raven 2 too.
Raven 1, but yeah, it feels a bit awkward discussing company financials here, but here is our revenue trend graph by season. I wanted to reassure you after certain articles painted a picture of financial crisis that is far from reality. We are doing fine. We were deeply moved by how much you guys all cared for us and the game, and we will continue to work hard to deliver an even better experience, but EOS is not coming soon. Thanks to the collabs, the latter half Season 9 saw a massive rebound, and Season 10 is actually on track to hit our highest single season revenue yet. The headlines read Nimble Neuron slips into deficit despite revenue growth, but the truth is our revenue grew compared to the previous year. We just heavily reinvested that extra revenue back into the game, and we will continue to do so. We funded the story mode, upgraded our models, animations, and VFX, and we're aggressively reinvesting to constantly raise the game quality. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous talking about this, but yeah, thank you for caring, and we will keep trying our hardest and make sure we reinvest to our players.
Yeah, the Persona curse isn't on us yet, hopefully, thankfully. Okay, yeah, and with that being said, yeah, that is all we have for part 1. And as of always, thanks for sticking with us always. It's always just a pleasure to kind of like show off all of these new core updates with you, and yeah, kind of like show the picture about where the game is at, where the game is going. And it's just like a good pleasure to like kind of like share all of this information with our community. And as always, we have the coupon for our dev stream. Thank you always for sticking with us. And yeah, this is all for part 1, and hopefully we can bring more excitement with our skin previews and the past preview too with part 2 too. We're also going to be doing answering a lot of the questions for Q&A that came in through our dev survey. And also, yeah, we'll answer some of our questions from chat too. With that being said, we'll go on a short break, and we'll see you real soon. I believe it's in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. We'll be right back.
Okay. Let's clean up before the customers arrive. Today's master is you! This should keep me out of trouble, right? Is there a drawing you'd like to see? Should I draw a squirrel for you?
I'll fly anywhere immediately. Did you call me? I want to help you too.
Welcome, Master. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Hope you have a magical meal. I should write this down. I'm Kiara. Nice to meet you.
Anyway, a contract is a contract. So, I'll design for you. Those bunny outfits, I mean.
Raise the stakes. A real professional just arrived. There's only one lucky rabbit, and it's me.
It's time for a bunny girl to save the world. I told you, heroes always win.
No fun. Huh? You? Same side as them? If you stop me, better be ready. Keep staring. Means you want to fight? My path. Do not block. HourㅅEternal! Ibita! Revivita! Will not miss. Back is open. Should I catch everything? I will find you! You! Caught now! Go on! Try run! Not dead yet! Take down at least one!
and shadow, good and evil, truth and deceit. The world is split by a singular divide. Now, there's no need to run. Once you stand trial before me, there is no escaping my judgment. Oh dear, your sins are staining my mirror with such filth. A gaze into truth. Light or shadow, which side do you fall on? Now then, shall we take aim with a bit of grace? As expected, my mirror is never mistaken. I'm in trouble! An awful sinner is trying to kill me. Are you lucky? Eyes here, dear. Guilty. Straight to execution.
I have zero intention of attracting customers in a dump like this. This area belongs to me now. Lumia Casino is open and fully operational. Hey, get ready to take guests again. You keep staring. Never seen a white rabbit before. All clear here. Begin operations. I'll tell Kiara. No need to waste flyers in a place like this.
This'll make the job easier.
Any workplace injuries will be properly compensated.
People must have worked here. I promised myself I'd never come back here. I will walk on any path that you lead me. I'm technically on the clock like all the time. All work and no play makes Kiara all alone. My faith will not waver. A proper send-off.
What? This isn't that hard. Nothing's worse than a rundown hotel. This isn't too bad. I worked hard on this. Here's hoping it works. I read a quote by some author guy once that I really liked. I love the deadlines. I love the whooshing noise they make as they go by. Now this is more my speed. It's still not over.
Don't worry, I'll protect your smile.
I'm so tired.
All right, where to next? Maybe I should stretch a bit before the opening. A true hero gets around on her own 2 feet. You were waiting for me, right? The hero has arrived. I don't fight battles I'll lose. I win them all. Just wait. I'll bring back tons of customers. Whee! Yeah! Ta-da! Superhero landing. Let me find your dreams.
The pot's been recovered. No losses.
So, betting on me was the right call, wasn't it?
A school with neither students nor teachers. Playing without an audience is lame. Don't be shy. Come out. I don't know. I prefer to play for the living. Come on. Why don't you come out to listen to my performance? Oh, here you are.
Not yet. I can't rest yet.
You still have things to do.
That day, it happened near a gas station. Crowded with cars. Better than before, at least. Normal life was always a luxury for me, as you can see.
Welcome back to our normal program. Were you surprised by the new PV? We were pretty sure you guys were, and so were we, but you guys got to see what the next season is going to be. So, let's dive right into the next ER pass.
Yeah. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, yeah, we're back after the break. Nothing happened. Next up is the segment most of you have been waiting for, the new skins and the season pack reveal. I wonder what it is. I'm really curious.
I can't even pronounce it.
Okay, let's quickly dive right into the incredible skins prepared for the Season 11 ER Pass. And the pass for this season is gonna be... The ER Pass of this season is gonna be... I think we can go with the video first. Can we go with the video? Is the video on? Okay. We have some technical issues again. So yeah, okay. So how's your day today?
My day's been fine. It just started actually.
Yeah.
I woke up around 6 a.m. today. I got some coffee and came to the studio.
We're excited to meet all of our great community.
Then I went downstairs for coffee again. Now I'm here with the lovely Eternal Return Game Twitch chat and Eternal Return Game YouTube chat. As we are in this dev hour.
Yeah. It's always just a pleasure to be here. Yeah, let's see. Video still... We're still waiting. Oh, we're ready. Okay, I think we can go with the video first. Our season pass is gonna be... Okay, yeah. As you can see from the video, the ER pass of this season is gonna be Petite Minion, which is French for small and cute. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but yeah, let's roll with it. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see from the video, the concept revolves around our cute cast of Lenny, Tia, Hyejin, and Vanya opening a maid cafe. Interestingly, these four share a very common trait, which is that they're all terrible at dealing with people. Because Lenny only wants to play old pranks, Tia stirs and just wants to paint, Vanya just wants to sleep, and yeah, Hyejin is incredibly passive and unlucky. So how could they possibly run a maid cafe? And yeah, that thought is what birthed this concept. Because we hopefully that with this chaotic chemistry, we will be able to also explore it through our upcoming event story as well. So we guys hope you're all very excited about it and are gonna check it out. We hope you love our clumsy new maids with our season 11 Petite Minion pass. And with that being said, I think we can move on to showing some of our skins for the Petite Minion pass. The first one is gonna be Lenny. The star of the season 11 Petite Minion pack is gonna be Prankster Bear Maid Lenny. Lenny, as a maid, is quite a troublemaker combination. And as you can see from her portrait, she's completely wrecking the place. And yeah, she probably operates under the motto that the best way to clean is to completely destroy whatever needs cleaning. We also have an extended look at Lenny too, because looking at the concept art, you can just truly feel the sheer amount of love the artist poured into her. There's so many details here, because on the far right, you can see like her various expressions. And yeah, we hope that imagining her running wildly around Lumia Island, pulling pranks with those exact chaotic faces proves that Lenny is just truly built different.
Yeah, I can barely wait to see her spring into action to sweep the enemy.
Okay, thank you. Okay, also we have some more stuff to share about Lenny too. Beyond the outfit, look at the weapons. Her bazooka is a teapot, her pistol is a piping bag for frosting, and her squeaky hammer is a feather duster too. The amount of detail is just absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, we hope that you're very excited with all of these cute stuff from Lenny. And yeah, we have some animations prepared too that we can show off. So I think we can go to the lobby animation. You can roll the video.
A limited edition Lenny Checky. You want it, don't you?
Okay. Now, yeah, as you can see, the lobby and victory screens are where the epic skins truly shine, and we believe that this one captures her perfectly. Her playful gestures and expressions bring out the unique charm of Maid Lenny, and it really looks incredible and makes her feel really alive, too. We believe that it's actually very improving every season, too. With that being said, I think we can move on to the victory animation. And yeah, you can roll it. Yeah, as you can see, she's breaking all the place. And yeah, but it's still cute. So yeah, having a maid like Lenny around might mean a lot of accidents, but we are very certain that there wouldn't be a dull day. Okay, that's all for Lenny, and I think the next one is also going to be something from our Petite Minion pass. The next one up is going to be Hyejin. Now, this one is the star of the level ADER pass. It's going to be Pinkity Maid Hyejin. Cat ears with a bell and a tail too. And we believe that, yeah, this one is also something that our skin team really poured their heart and soul out. And yeah, if you look, unlike her usual self, Hyejin is making quite the cute expression here. And you can look forward to see what kind of cute expressions that Hyejin is going to show throughout her appearance in the season episode 2. We also have an extended look for Hyejin as well here. Looking from the back, we have some cute shoulder decorations that makes her look like she has wings, actual wings. Actual wings. And yeah, if you look at the fork and bow too, it really feels like the skin has kind of like a different vibe from all of the other skins that Hyejin usually has. So we hope that everyone is very excited for this kind of new side of Hyejin that we're showing on Lumia Island. We also have the animations for Heijin too. I think we can go straight into the lobby animation. And yeah.
Welcome, Master. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Looking clumsy as ever. She's diligent and works hard, but she's so unlucky that everything she does end up looks like a mistake. Different from Lenny, but same outcome. So yeah, we also have the victory animation prepared as well. Let's have a look at it too. As you can see, Heijin is keep making mistakes here, but seeing that heart at the end just makes it feel like all is forgiven. We hope that everyone is also very excited looking forward to Pink Kitty made Heijin in the Petite Minion pass, which will show a brand new side of her.
Yeah, it's a very Omu nice skin.
Okay, next skin on the pass. Let's have a look at it. It's gonna be it's gonna be our second maid skin, our third maid skin. It's gonna be Chip Sneaky made Tia. The skin overall has bright colors that really catch the eye, and with the ears and tail of a chipmunk, Tia's favorite ammo, it really feels even brighter. Oh, okay, Tia's looking real cute here too. Okay, we also have an extended look for Tia as well. We have, you can look at all of the chipmunks too. Tia's brushes this time is a strawberry and a fork, which is very cute. And even the chipmunk and the infects are wearing a maid outfit as well. It is really adorable just looking at these kind of cute skins. And yeah, let's move on to the lobby animation that's also being prepared too.
Is there something in particular you'd like me to paint?
Yeah. Since Tia's skin is rare tier, it's a bit of a shame that the lobby and victory animations don't change. But even keeping that in mind, we believe that the skin turned out really great and she looks so cute. And hopefully, in this time, she gets to draw exactly what she wants at the cafe for all of her customers. We also have the victory animation prepared as well. She's asking if she can draw whatever she wants. Will she draw it on a latte or omurice? We believe that it's going to be omurice. Okay, we'll see when she comes out. And yeah, hopefully everyone's excited for the new Tia skin too. Moving on to the next skin for the Petite Minion pass. It is going to be Vanya. The final skin of the Petite Minion pass is going to be Birdie Made Vanya. The overall color palette has actually really changed for this skin. It's changed from sky blue to white and pink. And even with the big color palette change, we believe that it suits her really well. She is a very sleepy, very cute. So yeah, we hope everyone's really ready for Vanya's new skin as well. You also have a great extended look here too. Here's the concept art for Birdie Made Vanya too. Aside from all of the colors, the most notable change is going to be her wings. The shape is still butterfly-like, but the texture, should I say, has changed to feathers, which really fits the kind of like a bird concept perfectly. And did you notice from the other maid skins too that the name tags on the other maids too? Vanya's name tag also matches her main color beautifully. And we hope that you can see all of the other art too and see these name tags as well. With that being said, we also have the lobby animation prepared too.
The butterflies will show me the way.
Yeah, with this one, when Vanya is flying, hearts and stars pop out around her wings. And yeah, we believe it's all very unique. It looked like it was just drawn on a chalkboard with chalk, like these hearts and stars. So yeah, we believe that it's a nice touch for the skin as well. We also have the victory animation prepared as well. This is the we believe that this is just it's very cute seeing her in that pink outfit, and we believe that she looks very true to their concept as well. It's just pure kawaii vibes here, and yeah, vibes for everyone. We believe that these skins bring to the table at Lumia Island. That's all for the skins for the Petite Minion pass. But as always, the skins are not the only stuff that we have for the ER passes. We also have emotes and other stuff, other great stuff provided in the ER pass too. We have profile icons, emotes, and other items for the pass. And as you can see, Tia's emote dance is just so cute. And yeah. Besides that, Lenny's bear, Goat Bear, also turned out really cute as well. Looking at all of these items, we hope that you're very excited. More for the skins too, and all for these cute stuff that's coming for the ER pass too.
Do you know what you get on the side when you order a burger from Vanya?
What's that?
Butter fry.
I'm gonna fry you after this. Okay. Sorry. Short technical pause. We'll move on to the next section. We have the past PV yet, which we totally didn't see in the break. So yeah, let's have a first look at it. World premiere.
Okay. Let's clean up before the customers arrive. Today's master is you! This should keep me out of trouble, right? Is there a drawing you'd like to see? Should I draw a squirrel for you?
I'll fly anywhere immediately. Did you call me? I want to help you too. Welcome, Master. I'm used to this kind of thing. Hope you have a magical meal. Is that your wish, Master?
No one is cutting in line, right? A limited edition Lenny Checky! You want it, don't you? Delicious! Your favorite maid, Lenny, has arrived! That's it for today's service! Thanks for coming, everyone!
And there it is. That's our PV for our upcoming Season 11 Petite Minion. And here's also our main illustration for Season 11 as well. Lenny's fresh and lively appearance makes for a really nice season illustration. It also looks very cute it also looks that it's going to be very cute as a desk mat too. And it's also going to be perfect for photo zones and concept cafes as well. We hope that in the future we can bring something like that to the table too. And we also have a 4-panel comic as our introduction for the upcoming season episode too. So I think we can have a jump into that as well. Yes, there it is. It's actually so funny that Jan and Magnus are the customers. And yeah, there are also very funny moments throughout as well. Sadly, the voice actors are not here today. So yeah, previously you had some voice actors over, unnamed voice actors, but they're not present today. So it's a shame, but hopefully we can bring them next time too. Okay, with that being said, I think we can have a full look at the season pack image too. But if you can see, it actually looks a bit different from the previous seasons too. Because yeah, that's because we're going to make a huge changes to the season pack screen as well. We always wanted players to be able to preview the skins and text subjects coming in the season. And we believe that we will be able to bring a more better way to introduce to the table. So yeah, we'll probably show you some examples about how it's going to change. As you can see, we can see the full list of items included in the season pack and when they'll be distributed as well. Plus, you can now preview not just the portraits of the season pack contents and year pass skins, but also their entrance and victory animations too, like their lobby and victory animations too. However, due to the development schedule, some might not be ready yet, as always, but we will try to let you check them out in advance as much as possible. So hopefully this will bring a lot more love and attention to the season pack as well. And yeah, hope you guys are very excited for the season pack this season too, and buy them to support my bills. Okay, and now we'll move on to character and skin introductions.
All right. As you guys saw a little bit from the season pack image previously, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming characters as well as the upcoming skins. Let's all bat our eyes to the next character, Bihyung. Shown previously, we were showing you guys the portrait of the dokebi motivated design. Last season, we were able to show you guys the concept sheet, so we have brought more for you guys, and we'll show you guys how she looks in-game later on as well. You can see the designs of her mask in the sheet as well as her weapon changing color on the right.
Really cool looking.
I'll show you guys the lobby now.
When you have a wrestling match, I'll give you one.
Very cute.
Yeah, so that's the first sneak peek of how she looks in-game. But I have also the victory pose for you guys as well. And I'll show you guys right now. Yeah, so she will be the first character to decorate Lumia Island in Season 11. So please keep an eye out for the new character. Be there, or B square for Bihyung. And next, the second test subject of Season 11 is Craver. I barely know her. We also briefly introduced them during the last dev stream. I believe it's been a really long time since we released a male pistol test subject outside of special cases like Alex. As introduced before, Craver is a gun that has existed for a long time, and the residual thought of those who lost their lives to that gun became VF and gained a personality. They're looking for a host body that suits them, someone strong enough not to have their consciousness taken away even when wielding them. They say they are looking for a master, but, well, I feel like if they meet someone similar or stronger than them, they probably just want to fight them even more. Many of you guys have been very curious about Craver's personality, so please look forward in the future. Yeah, that's all we have for Craver today. I do apologize. It's been taking a bit longer than we hoped to finish, but we'll go right into the skins.
First up.
This is for Season 10 Ranked Rewards Cadet Cicella, who many of you guys have been waiting for. Just like Cicella, who went through countless pains, but eventually overcame them to become a cadet, I hope you all will not give up and keep challenging yourselves until the very end. It's not over until it's over. There's still plenty of time to challenge yourself for the Cicella reward, so please give lots of love to the remainder of Season 10. And for the next cadet, it's going to be 11. We're going to be showing you guys the portrait of the cadet skin for next season right away. 11 is the mascot for next season's ranked. And I'm really happy with how her portrait came out.
Golden Burger.
She has a new twin tail, golden fork, and her burger is a king. In case you haven't noticed, Cadet 11 also has a special burger with a lemon formula inside. And do you guys also remember the skin that made a brief appearance on April Fool's Day and sparked countless requests for its release? The concept is an idol otaku Jenny who passionately admires idol Mai. dreams of being an idol with her someday, but is currently unemployed. The secret is that everything she's wearing is my merchandise. Jenny, who hates seeing merch get ruined or dirty more than anyone else, always keeps her clothes impeccably clean. Seeing her matched from head to toe in Mai's key color, it seems her ultimate bias merch is exactly her taste. The name of the skin is Unemployed Icon Jenny, and here's the concept sheet of she is heavily decorated by my merch. And as with all Jenny's skin, she has a second outfit, which is when she goes outside to get some grocery. You can see the amount of love and detail that actually went into the skin.
I see everyone is saying that Jenny's skin is very neat. I agree. It looks very neat.
And next is Spirit Hunter Arda, which we briefly showed during Season 10 dev stream. And when this was announced, a lot of Arda fans loved it, especially the details to the sandals. And it really feels like a skin that captures a very distinct vibe from the original. The purple lantern and the halo around it makes for a very impressive portrait. We actually were very curious if he would fit the Spirit Hunter concept, but I applaud the skin team. You can get a sneak peek at the effects and the concept sheet as well. The appearance of the cube and Nimrod. They definitely give off a cursed vibe, and I'm always a big fan of the koi fish with the Spirit Hunter theme. And speaking of that, for the next skin, which is going to be the first token skin of Season 11,
It's gonna be
the Nia skin for Forge is going to be Iram. It's a concept that connects with Matsuri season of Season 9, and the skin's name is Festive Nico Iram. Definitely a chippy and a choppa skin. She says she's been preparing for a long time for a festival date with their players. This beckoning catch she's holding, don't you feel like if you walk around with it, it'll catch a goldfish and bring you blood pack? Since it's Iran's first epic skin, you can really feel the art team's agony and effort in the sheer amount of detail. The long sleeves will be very noticeable during her walk, where she sways both her arms a lot in game. And you might be wondering, so what's going to be the ball that she throws? Well, look no longer, then you're right. Rest in peace to the fish.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
We hope you enjoy the festivities with the new Iram skin that will come out in the first half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to the non-epic skins, it's going to be the Berry Blast Maid Celine skin. There's one noticeable change in the skin, and it's her hair. Who has always stuck to short hair, has long hair for the first time, unlike before. I think this is the freshest and brightest outfit among Celine's existing outfits. Celine's bombs have turned into sweet desserts, but if you look closely, it looks like there's a fuse. So you need to be careful about what she's selling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess I could say that joke kind of exploded in my face.
Okay, moving on.
I think she's a bombshell. All right, so Fenrir has come to visit with the Midnight series after a long time. The unique color palette of the Midnight series, this kind of atmosphere is truly charming. Since it's their first skin, they said they worked hard to highlight Fenrir's characteristics. The noticeable part is the shoes, because they're not familiar with normal shoes yet. They actually have an open toe. And to go along with the maid skin, we're finally done reworking the old Adriana skin. I think it really highlights the charm of the original skin while strongly emphasizing the details in the props. Since she gives off a completely different charm from the maid skins of this season, despite being a maid as well, it would be great to play together as a team in-game. I really believe the skin is well made.
Okay.
This is Date Day Coraline, attempting a pleasant change like a bright spring day date. Here's a portrait where she's doing a very cute heart-to-face pose. In the concept art, you can see the accessories and bag Coraline is wearing in more detail. Personally, I found it a bit surprising that she likes decorating with such a lovely vibe, but I think the skin suits her well. And the upcoming concept for the upcoming 3rd anniversary. It's already been 3 years.
Oh, 3 years?
Yes.
Only
Well,
3 years.
3rd anniversary commemorative skin is orchestra. Somehow, this Rio gives off a gentle smile that feels like she's celebrating the 3rd anniversary rather than a sharp vibe, which is nice to see. And the bow is it's just so beautiful. For the concept dress that seems to emanate a beautiful melody to the large weapon, reminiscent of a treble clef, I'm already curious about what kind of sound it'll make. Shall we take a look at the chroma skin as well?
Mm-hmm.
The color changes are very nice, but the two-tone variation, specifically on the draped sleeves, stand out even more, making it feel so pretty. And look at the concept sheet. Instead of a quiver, she has a treble clef-shaped decoration. I prefer this over her bass skin. And along with Rio, here's the other star gracing the orchestra stage, Heart. Seeing this antique, elegant side of Heart gives her a completely different vibe. Since it's 3rd anniversary commemorative skin, you can see the number 3 engraved on her guitar, and the official launch date glowing on the tubes inside the amp. So, make sure you remember the launch date. Little details like this make the anniversary skins so special and give us something to look forward to in the future. Likewise, we also have a vibrant red chroma prepared for her as well. The red and black dress suits her perfectly. This gives off a vibe like meeting her at an after party following the performance. It's a great color scheme that elevates Heart's maturity. And the more I look at it, the more I'm drawn in. I hope we can have a rich and exciting 3rd anniversary celebration with Rio and Heart and have a lot of surprises for you guys as well. And now for the upcoming 2nd token skin. Whoa! Feet!
No!
We won't be showing you guys the 2nd token skin just yet, but we'll show you guys instead later down in the season. But for now, we'll give you guys a sneak peek of who the 2nd token is going to be. This is the teaser, and we hope you guys try to guess who it is. It's probably not who you expect, but yeah, please be excited.
I'll take a wild guess. It's Leon.
And following up Blair's racing skin, here's Razi. Kaching. Lumia Drift Razi will be coming up in Season 11 as well. For Razi, the gun is definitely the highlight, and the checkered flag patterns incorporated into the skin is really nice. And as many of you guys know, this is the callback to actual original skin, or more of a traditional skin from a game far, far away.
The concept survived.
And next is going to be a sneak peek at Season 12 skin. It's been a long time since we saw a new skin for Priya, and it's going to be Tennis Club Priya. Unlike her previous skins, this one takes its motive from sport. It highlights Priya's original pure charm while capturing an active vibe with the crop top. Her instrument is actually on the right side as a tennis club. We hope you guys enjoy the Priya skin that's coming out finally in a whole new athletic outfit. And that's the skins for this season and a sneak peek at the next season. And you might be wondering, that's a lot of skins. How can I get all of them for a cheap price?
I wonder. Whoa!
Season 11 season pack will be coming soon, and we've upgraded the UI so you can see all the skins that's included in each pack, and you can actually click the skin to see more details about it. So if you want all of this for cheap at a best price, make sure you get in early and get your season pack.
Okay. Yeah, now that's all for our new skins and new characters and the upcoming Petite Minion pass as well. Hopefully you guys are all very excited for the all of the new upcoming content too. And yeah, I hope you guys are all very excited for season 11 as much as as I am. So yeah, that's all we have to show for new content, and I think we can move on to the final part of our part of our dev stream. Now, we're going to talk about some additional information and then move on to some of the questions that we got from our dev survey regarding Q&A. There are quite a lot of questions that we got from our Q&A too. So it's going to be a bit lengthy, but yeah, we'll also get some questions after what we have prepared too. So the first one we wanted to talk about was the report system. So last February, we conducted a survey regarding our penalty policy for borderline abnormal play. These are some of the stuff that we did show off in our dev journals, but we just want to go over it on our dev stream too. So yeah, so the first one we had was about, we asked, do you agree that we should enforce penalties if the report rate is exceptionally high, even in ambiguous situations when it's unclear if it's trolling? An overwhelming 92% of participants agreed. And we believe that this shows just how much negative impact borderline trolling has on the game and how much a response is needed. And based on the survey and after the legally required grace period, we did revise our operational policies. We are trying to shift into a more different way. As a result, starting from April 3rd, we began trying to penalize certain borderline trolling behaviors that previously went unpunished. And also regarding trolling, unusual and off-meta picks have also been a hot topic. So let's see how the survey results did for that. So the percentage of people wanting to outright ban off-meta picks and only allow meta picks was a bit different from from the first one, because that has been a bit. This one is a bit on the side of people. But however, the majority opinion was that some form of team consent should be required, even if they agree with doing off-meta or off-meta picks, even if they agree with it. So if you want to play a kind of like an experimental pick, we do believe that it requires the basic courtesy of communicating fully with your team and refraining if they aren't on board. We also got some feedback after, because we made our change to the ban length, because some of our players felt that the 14-day suspension penalty is quite harsh compared to other games. However, after the survey, only a quarter of our users reported that they rarely experience verbal abuse. And also, an overwhelming majority wanted to maintain the current penalty levels for it. And verbal abuse is much more easier to catch than trolling, because the evidence is much more clear and there's more higher enforcement rates. But that does not mean it's okay to just hurl insults just because someone is trolling you. So this is something that we'll work hard on. So please do not engage in verbal abuse, even though these kinds of issues happen. So we want to increase our catch rate for trolls as well. And we want to aim to create a clean eternal return free of both trolls and verbal abuse. And this is something that we need to continuously work on and continuously expand our tools on being able to solve this. So yeah, we'll keep working on this. So basically, penalty standards have been strengthened before Season 11 began. And since then, we have been seeing some results since then, because the total number of reports has been continuously dropping. Right now, it's dropped around 10%. And specifically during the early March mid-season patch, we enhanced tracking logs for specific trolling behaviors too. And we're experimenting on this, but as a result of increased penalties, right now we are seeing some drops noticeably. So hopefully we can expand on this one too. However, we can't really explain more about the actual penalty threshold, because these might be kind of like exploited too. So we aren't disclosing the exact logs, but we just want to tell you that we are tracking and experimental and preemptive ways to kind of stop these kinds of behavior. We're also adding policy grounds to penalize users based on high report volumes, and adding new logs, experimental logs, to try and catch those slipping through the loopholes as well. We also mentioned last dev stream, we are taking legal action against boosting services as well. So yeah, this is something that we'll keep working on. And also, I understand that these kinds of stuff can be really big in overseas servers as well. So for overseas servers in particular, we're also working on a region-specific report categorization system, which we believe will be able to help in us tackling more issues in overseas servers too, with more precision as well. So yeah, But we do encourage a lot of our players, even in overseas servers, to send in tickets because it is tickets, and also with evidence because it is much more easier to penalize players if we know exactly what we're going up against. So yeah, we're working on all of these features in order to make a much more clear Lumia Island, even in specific servers. So yeah, this is an endless game of cat and mouse because like this kind of behavior can't be removed entirely, but we just want to let you know that this is a very severe issue for us, and we're working hard on to improving the issue. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to bring a cleaner Lumia Island as the seasons go on and provide a better experience. Okay, with that being said, that's actually the only big section question that we've assembled. So we're gonna go on some kind of like short questions from now on. We'll cycle through these ones. The first one up is going to be, some of the later pre-submitted questions. The first one is, are there plans to rework older character models? So for this one, sometimes models are updated when new skins are released. However, as a rule, we do not rework like base character models because some players do kind of prefer the original look, and the workload required to reworking all of the base character models is simply too massive. So yeah, currently this is our situation on this one. Next one up is, are there still plans for character scale reworks? This is a yes. However, when a character has an issue, it isn't always a problem with the character itself. So for this season, we made some improvements to tactical skills, and we also removed the tactical skill of Vault Oath, which will bring massive changes to certain type subjects. And yeah, hopefully we will be able to address issues outside of just character skill reworks too, while also having this in mind too. We still have some in preparation as well. So we'll kind of approach this kind of issue in a wide variety of ways. Next one up is item build diversity. Some players said that this is lacking, and yeah, we do have plans to improve this. We are adding new items and item skills every season, and yeah, we also this season there was a removal of traps and then the introduction of capsules. So we believe that we will be able to introduce these kinds of item diversity and late game choices to the game as the season progress as well. How do you determine the standards for balance patches? So all balance patches, I think this is something that we talk about every other dev stream. So all balance patches are based on statistical stuff. And for additional pointers to like letting you know, so it truly varies widely by tier because we can't just look at one base kind of like a tier up skill. We need to consider every tier bit by bit. And second, there must be a meta rotation because even if we achieve perfect golden balance, if the meta never changes, playing in the exact same environment every day gets boring. We did touch about this quite extensively during our last dev streams too. So yeah, these kinds of stuff can be more kind of pointers for our players if they want to know more about how these kinds of stuff are handled. Okay, there was also the question of, are there plans to simultaneously release multiple character skins under a single concept? And we thought that this meant something they mean outside of the current pass format. And yes, this is something that we're continuously looking into because although all PS skins share a unified concept, we often match we have other concept skins such as the Spirit Hunter, Street Fiend, or Bakery themes as well. So hopefully we will be able to explore more of this throughout this kind of process too. Yeah. Do you want to do some? I think you can do some.
Yeah, I'll do the next few.
Let's see.
How much manpower is needed to create a skin or a test subject? Manpower and time are definitely, I think around 20 people are directly involved in creating a single character or skin. If you include indirect involvement, the number is probably a lot higher and a lot more of the members of the team and outside the team as well.
Okay, next one.
April Fool's concept art skins release, please. Well, we are releasing the Jenny skin in the upcoming season. With that said, a lot of the April Fool's concepts that we released during April Fool's are not really meant to be in game because we don't really consider it for example, skill effects or visual effects or how it might look in game. But we always look at how you guys react to the April Fool's one, and we'll keep trying to see which skins we can add.
Okay, next one.
Please share the long-term roadmap and future plans. We used to share a lot more detailed information in DevStream, as well as have more information on our roadmap site. But the issue with that is that as we are developing into the game, and especially farther away into the project, there's often frequent changes. And talking too far in advance actually kind of takes the magic out of the surprise sometimes. But after following the transition to Unity 6, we are preparing for massive leaps, technically and artistically. So making characters and environments prettier and improving optimizations are factors that will raise the fundamental caliber of the game itself. We'll also continue to experiment heavily with the new content every season, just like the regional gimmick introduced this season.
Next one.
Our skin selections based on popularity or favoritism. We consider both commercial viability and character diversity. We maintain a list of characters who haven't received skins in a long time, and we ensure that a few of them are included every single season. However, commercial considerations are also incredibly important. To be able to give pretty skins to every characters, we need popular and while-selling skins to succeed, so the game can continue to operate. We hope you understand the structure, and I did see some comments about the male to female ratio earlier in the chat. We have a certain amount of male to female ratios per time period instead of just a skin, and we've had a lot of male skins in the previous seasons. So some of the orders were shifted during our development, especially because of our collabs. So we hope you guys can understand.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happens during development period, and some skins are switched around during development period, and this can kind of cause like different ratios. But we hope that we will be able to provide better ratios in the future too. So yeah, okay. Since I'm on the mic, I'll do the next few. Let's see. Will collab items be rerun? Releasing collab items depends kind of like entirely on the contracts we have with our partner companies. We will look into it within whatever scope is possible, because both of our previous collab partners were very highly satisfied with the collaborations with us, and actually proposed a rerun season first. We hope that we are actually very hopeful for this one too. It will depend on future scheduling, but hopefully we will be able to do these kinds of reruns in the future. Yeah, matchmaking overall, rank system improvements, ring tier structures, queue separation improvements. Yeah, we are making some changes this season too. We are kind of like attempting to divide brackets and also implement the normal MMR reset method too. So yeah, this is something that we will have to continuously watch data and see how the player base changes over time, even with internal stuff and external stuff too, with the influx of players, outflux of players too. So yeah, we will continue to work on this and come up with new ideas to see if we can provide better ways to do this. Adding new maps, regions other than Lumia Island. So yeah, the new maps and regions are something that we always want to do. We did introduce the new barge, the barge location in season 11, and unique gimmicks to other locations as well. We believe right now we'll be able to, like, Lumia Island is always being shifted into a different kind of environment with these kinds of changes. And currently we believe that expanding Lumia Island further and then the morphin gimmicks to the map we already had will stay as our top priority for now. Lag of story and content volume and accessibility. So yeah, story, content, volume, and accessibility. This one is something that everyone's very excited about ever since our introduction of the archive. Since last season, we have been steadily expanding the lore through the season episodes and main episode season. And yeah, this season, main episode 1 will be released during the mid-season. And we're also going to be showing off the season episode with the start of the season 2. So yeah, we also have other main episodes being prepared for seasons 12 and 13. So hopefully the proportion of story content will gradually increase as the seasons go on. Okay.
And I'll do
You wanna do
a
a few?
few. This one should be about UI scaling options. And we know a lot of people requested these, so we plan to review them alongside the more detailed options following transition to Unity 6. So look forward to that.
Mhm.
And will cadet skins be rerun or offered as a selector? This is a very
Hot
common question among DevStream, but cadet skins are souvenirs. They're not intended to be the absolute best skin for that character, and their sole purpose is to serve as a memento for the players that actively played in that specific season. The highest tier epic skins are continuously being produced at much higher quality, so look forward to the epic skins, but for the cadet skins, no.
Right now, yes. Okay, next one.
Regarding the next token skin release, a lot of people were kind of confused due to the collabs that were before. But in the upcoming seasons, we're going to be working to make sure that there's 2 token skins per season, and we hope you guys look forward. We showed you guys why. We showed you guys the first one, and we showed you guys a highlight of the second one, or not a highlight, sorry, a sneak peek of the second one. And so we'll show you guys throughout the season for the second one. Epic skin distributions for characters without one. Since skins are nearly our only source of revenue in the game, it's difficult to distribute them perfectly equal. We do apologize. However, our goal is to be relatively fair about it compared to the other games on the market.
Okay. I'll do a few. Fixes for known bugs. When will known bugs be fixed? So I don't think this means like a very specific bug, but just bugs in general. But yeah, we are trying to fix as many bugs as we can with every patch. So yeah, this is always an ongoing fight with us, Nimble Neuron, and the bugs with Lumia Island. And yeah, we're also expecting fundamental stability improvements with the Unity 6 transition too. So hopefully we will be able to make it more better with each patch and with the Unity 6 transition. Are there plans for future collaborations? Yeah, collaborations are something that really requires the needs of both parties to align perfectly. So it does kind of it requires a lot of talk and even a bit of destiny. Oh, cool. Yeah, so I'm sorry. If we have talks about collaboration 10 times, maybe one of them actually goes through. So yeah, it's a very hard process in making these stuff work. We do have a collaboration coming up in the near future, so hopefully we will be able to provide something that's very exciting for our players in our future seasons too. Okay, overseas status and player ratio. So how are the marketing effects and the current situation overseas? Because currently we've had our overseas players make up about 19 to 20% of our current player base. And yeah, recently the response from the Japanese region has been quite positive. So we're also looking to kind of develop in that way as well. And let's see, I'll do 1 or 2 more. Let's see. Will all characters appear in the main story? We do plan to gradually introduce more characters in the main episodes. In Season 12, we are also going to be introducing the character lore menus, like we said. And yeah, this is going to allow you to read like background stories for each character too.
Okay. I'll do some. Lack of depicted connection between text subjects and the lore. I think this is basically just talking about the lack of lore. So please look forward to the main episodes coming up. And staggered new test subject release cycle between season pass activation. What about the new test subject release cycle and simultaneous activation of season pass? We are changing the order of things. So we're going to be opening up the season pass at the beginning of the season. So we have more time to work with the season before the first character releases from now on.
So yeah. However, because the reason why we just don't let's say align it all perfectly with the character stuff is because right after a season starts, we need to rapidly adjust the balance and stuff based on new season features. And basically, if a new test subject comes out at the exact same time, the pick rates skew very massively, and this kind of makes normal balance adjustments very impossible. So currently, we are gonna be maintaining the release format for the characters, but as as Raven 1 said, it's going to be the season pass schedule is going to be changed for this season.
Lobby UI QL features for forging and exchange. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of confusing areas, such as the tabs. So we're currently working on tasks to improve these UI flows and make them more user-friendly. Separation of moving emotes by category. Okay, yeah, we're on it. Uncomfortable skill pre-input system compared to other games. Yeah, we need to look into the pre-input system. Currently, if you press QWE in rapid succession and E is pressed before Q, the W input gets actually, it actually gets kind of canceled. So we need to verify exactly how games handle this.
This is something we'll have to look in technically. Let's see.
Penalize special character nicknames and Japanese symbols. This is when people mix languages to make inappropriate languages, and these are mostly standard usages in the language. So blocking it might be kind of difficult, but we'll look into it.
Okay, let me do some immersive out-of-game content like ARGs. Yeah, please make immersive out-of-game content like ARGs. We did kind of like reveal the Persona collaboration by suddenly having the Phantom Thieves interrupt during like an esports highlight. And we believe that that kind of like out-game stuff was actually, the reception was really great. And ARGs are also a really fun element. I've dabbled in some of the ARGs for other games in the past too. I've really enjoyed like the Binding of Isaac one or all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's something that's a very interesting concept and maybe will be try in the future. And also broadly speaking, streamer Lumi is also kind of part of this initiative in doing out-of-game stuff. So yeah, in the future, anything is possible. Let's see. Tutorial expansion and multiplayer practice mode. Expand the tutorial and let friends enter the practice mode together. We are currently working hard on advanced tutorials, both for the in-game and other ways to like make it more easier for our players to like better settle into Lumia Island. And also the ability to enter practice mode together is being added with the update to the practice mode. So hopefully that's going to be make it much more easier to get help from a friend too. Addition of exclusive dances for old token skins. Your wish has been granted.
Done.
Wish granted. JP release and hacking victory system. Can't you release JP quickly? We're still looking into this. The issue of whether a hacking victory condition fits a battle royale genre still isn't fully resolved. It's been quite a years, but we're still thinking about it. And yeah, even if a JP player wants to do the hacking victory condition, their other teammates might not want to do it also. So because of issues like this, like establishing some kind of like alternate winning condition like this in a squad game is incredibly difficult. However, we are trying different stuff like the regional gimmicks too. And if we continue developing like mechanics that kind of like manipulate the map, we may be able to find some clues about how to do this. We're also very interested about hearing your ideas. So yeah, leave your feedback at any time.
Server and port optimization. For servers, we did have some trouble with ISPs like cloud servers, but yeah, the cases were really from our side for servers and more on the external factor. For optimizations, and especially client optimization, we are going to be working on it on the Unity 6 transition.
Okay, next one.
Difficulty recommending the skin due to suggestive skins. Oh, yeah, this was brought up quite a bit. I think the line for this varies from person to person on what suggestive skin is. Fundamentally, we believe that whether a concept is good or is far more important than if it's actually suggestive or not. If the concept is strong, it actually helps recommending the game to others. For example, the reference is our Lucky Season, which had the highest amount of new players.
Okay, I'll do some. Let's see. The preference between moving and fixed safe orbs. Which do the devs prefer? I think both gadgets, they do have their own pros and cons. And yeah, we've had we've had time experimenting with both type of the safe zone gadgets. So yeah, we'll kind of look at the data, look at the experience, and try and see if we can switch back and forth depending on the gadget rotation cycle too. Yeah, this is something we can look on in future seasons and even improve upon them if we have the chance to. High barrier to entry due to the food farming system. The food farming system is too complex and acts as a high barrier to entry. We did add a more easier way to get food this season too with the introduction of apple trees. And yeah, we've continuously be adding more intuitive and fun ways to get food as well. We've also been continuously adjusting farming every single season too. And we do believe that there is still room to adjust it further. However, we are not currently considering removing like farming, crafting as a whole entirely. This is something we're not considering at the moment. So yeah, I think that gives a bit more context about what we're thinking right now. Reporting penalties for malicious ping usage. This is something we can look into. We will try and see if we can kind of like limit the number of pings that can be used in rapid succession, maybe. I think this is something connects with the other stuff that we talked earlier in Depstream. This is something we'll try and look into.
Bug where BGM restarts upon day change. This issue was fixed in 10.7. We fixed a massive amount of bugs every patch, but as we continuously add content, tweak optimization, and make changes to a live service game, a lot of new bugs inevitably pop up. We'll keep working hard to fix more bugs. Future plans for event modes like Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf and Union will most likely remain event modes that pop in and out once per season. Our goal is to gradually increase the number of modes that can be used for these type of events.
Okay, next one.
Media mix projects like webtoons and web novels. For now, we're going to be focusing on how we can do narratives in a game-like way, as the storytelling in web novels and webtoon is evolving super fast, and the competition is really rough. BGM token exchange and leftover currency system improvements. The currency exchange system is being introduced in Season 11, so this should allow for more various currencies, increasing their utility.
Wish granted. Okay, suggestions for improving the esports checkpoint role. So for this one, we have been trying various experiments with the checkpoint role true. So yeah, we'll see if we can try and do these tests and try and bring it to the next level. This is something that we are, like the esports team is thinking very deeply. So yeah, we will address this separately if we get the chance when we have a breakthrough and trying to introduce more better rules for the esports as well. Okay, so this one is the last question that we have prepared for our pre-Q&A. So yeah, the pacing of releasing 2 new characters per season. Isn't 2 new text script subjects per season too many? So right now, our current goal for new characters is maintaining this pace until we hit 100 characters, because right now new characters hold immense value for both the marketing and gameplay variety. So yeah, once we reach that number, that approach may change. So yeah, hopefully we will be able to continue our seasons and reach that magic number. And yeah, we'll be able to provide updates on this matter too. Yeah, with that being said, I think that's all we had prepared for the pre-Q&A. And yeah, that is ending for our PPT. We do have some notes here before we end. I think Raven wants to talk about some notes. No. Oh, okay.
We'll just go into the live Q&A.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we answered a lot of questions. I think that was like 30 to 40 questions. So we did answer a lot. So, but if there's anything you guys want to ask before we end, we'll take some questions and ask our lovely Wolf One to get some answers.
Yeah, we've prepared a lot of pre-Q&As, a lot more than before, because we know a lot of players actually sent Q&As from this time. For the live Q&A, please do excuse the fact that we can't answer for character-specific questions due to the amount of time, as well as equality for all streams. But yeah, ask away.
Oh, and actually, I saw a very good question earlier. It was about how, if there is a more easier way for our overseas players to get emotes from the Korean streamer emotes. If there's a more easier way to get them, I think that's a good question. So I'll ask that real quick as the first question. 그 저희 치지직에서 그 스트리머 이모티콘 이제 그 드롭스로 했던 그게 있는데 이게 해외 사람들은 아무래도 이게 접근성이 어렵다 보니까 이런 이모티콘 가지기가 쉽지 않은데 혹시 더 쉽게 얻을 수 있는 방법을 만들어줄 수 있는지.
네, 그 담당 부서에 얘기해서 방법을 좀 찾아보겠습니다. 치즈직 접근성이 어려운 부분이 맞기 때문에 네, 그 부분은 저희가 방법을 좀 찾아보겠습니다.
Yes, for the Korean streamer emotes, that we definitely understand that it might be hard for some of our players to kind of like access those Korean streams. So we will tell. So we'll tell the team that's responsible for these kinds of matters, and we'll see if we can find a better way to provide this.
For the next question, can the replayed mode get an update to the UI and better tools? Also, the spectator UI for casters. 리플레이 모드에 대한 질문인데 혹시 UI에 대한 업데이트가 있을 예정인지 그리고 캐스터분들을 위해서 조금 더 좋은 툴이 생길지에 대해서 문의 주셨습니다.
캐스터는 e스포츠를 말씀하시는. 네네. 네. 저희가 그 관전 모드, 리플레이 모두 UI가 조금씩 개선되고 있어요. 저희가 매 시즌 버전가 그 시즌 피처로 들어가진 않지만 작은 개선들 사항에서 이제 리플레이 쪽과 e스포츠 관련 개선들이 조금씩 되고 있고요. 네, 매 시즌 진짜 꽤 한 그 여러 가지가 들어가고 있어서 네, 그 좀 더 우선적으로 진행됐으면 좋겠다 싶은 게 있으면 적극적으로 의견 부탁드리겠습니다. 네.
Every season, while they're not the main season features, we are adding small and a lot of details into our replay as well as the spectator mode. But if you feel like there should be a lot more being added or if there should be more highly prioritized, please let us know and we'll look into it.
Let's see. Thoughts on season tokens auto-converting to some form of currency on expiration. 그 시즌 토큰 같은 게 이제 그 시간 일정 이상 지나면 이제 없어지잖아요. 이런 게 혹시 이제 없어지지 않고 다른 종류의 재화로 이제 변경이 될 수 있는지.
시즌 토큰의 경우는 이제 저 다음 시즌 토큰으로 전환할 수 있어서 네, 그런 부분들을 좀 적극적으로 활용해 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 네.
Okay, right now we do have the option to kind of like use the tokens from the previous season to the next season tokens. So we believe that that can be a good option for players who have leftover tokens.
Were the all-out attacks finishers from the Persona 5 collab skins made in-house or did the original artist come to help? The quality was amazing, so that made me curious. 페르소나 5 그 피니셔가 있었잖아요. 저희 그 우승 승리 포즈로 그거가 저희 내부에서 제작한 건지 아니면은 그 외부 페르소나 쪽에서 도움을 받은 건지에 대해서 질문을 주셨습니다.
페르소나 콜라보와 관련된 모든 콘텐츠, 심지어 프로모션 비디오까지 포함해서 모든 콘텐츠는 저희가 직접 제작했습니다. 네.
For the all-out attack finishers and or the victory screens for the Persona 5 collab skins were made in-house, and everything asset related to Persona 5, including the PV, was made from Nimble Neuron.
Okay, are there any plans to give streamer emotes for overseas streamers? 그 해외 스트리머에도 이제 그 이모티콘 만들어줄 생각이 있는지.
네, 실제로 이모티콘을 갖고 있는 스트리머분들이 있고 저희는 언제나 열려 있습니다. 네.
Yeah, I think this is something that we can explore in future options too. It's something that we're open to, and if we have the chance to do something good, we will take the opportunity.
Will we get more serious, darker horror type themes for skins in the future, similar to Immortal Soul art style?
예전 게임처럼 조금 더 어두운 테마의 스킨 패스를 만들 생각이 있는지. 네, 저희가 보통 향후 한 4개 시즌 정도의 패스는 지금 다 확정이 되어 있어요. 그 중에서 어두운 것도 있습니다. 네.
Well, simply, the answer is yes. We usually have around 4 seasons of planning, and within the 4 seasons, there is one of the season is going to be a more darker theme.
Let's see. Is there any plans of adding active items, not consumables? 그 액티브 아이템 추가할 계획이 있는지.
어, 지금으로서는 일단 없고요. 근데 이런 계획들은 많이 바뀔 수 있어서, 근데 지금은 저희의 기조는 액티브는 전술 스킬 쪽으로 좀 이제 집중을 하는 게 저희의 기본적인 방침입니다. 다만 뭐 이번 시즌의 결과나 이런 부분들에 대해서 앞으로 바뀔 여지는 좀 있을 것 같습니다.
Right now, for active items, we are our current status is not doing active items as of now because we believe that tactical skills is already providing is kind of like filling a gap that active items usually provide in other games. But this is something that that can change in the future, and maybe looking at the data for this season, we will be able to explore more ideas in future seasons.
Will the training mode update allow us to enter match queue while in training? 새로운 트레이닝 모드에서를 큐를 매칭하면서 혹시 할 수 있나요?
아니요, 큐를 매칭하면서 저희는 이제 트레이닝 모드 자체도 세션이기 때문에 모바류 게임에선 좀 힘든 방식인 것 같습니다. 네.
Unfortunately, no, as the training area is actually still part of a round for us. So having it being playable while doing matching is kind of hard as a MOBA.
I would like to ask if competitions will be existent to all regions again. Well, the big competition between Western regions is cool. I think all regions having access to a regional competition of their own would probably make things nice for all servers. 이거 각 국가 리그를 만들어 줄 수 있는지에 대해서 물어보시는 것 같은데. 지역별 리그?
지금 모든 지역, 그러니까 그 많은 지역들에서 자체적인 대회들이 이제 열리고 있고, 네. 그런 부분에 대해서 그 지역에 이제 플레이어분들이 많아지면 많아질수록 더 대회의 규모를 키울 수 있을 것 같습니다. 네. 그리고 커뮤니티가 사실 이제 이제 큰 상금을 걸고 대회를 만들고 그렇게 해서 키우는 방식들보다는 커뮤니티 레벨에서 작은 혹은 좀 더 이제 자주 있는 대회들이 그 토너먼트들이 훨씬 더 중요하다라는 이제 인사이트들이 많이 다른 게임들에서도 많이 이제 제시를 해주고 있는데, 아마 이제 북미 지역이나 유럽 지역이나 이런 부분들에서는 저희가 이제 커뮤니티 대회들을 인게임에서도 지원할 수 있는 방식을 좀 저희 모회사 인크래프톤의 도움을 받아서 준비를 하고 있는 상태입니다. 네.
For global esports, we are currently trying leagues like ERCS. So we are experimenting with these kinds of ways to do global esports. But we also do believe that community events in our global servers are going to help a lot. So we are trying to look into creating more easier ways in game to kind of make it more easier for our community to make community events. And we're currently working with Crafton to kind of like introduce that kind of in-game content to make more doing competitions much more easier. Even though it's not a large scale, we believe that these kinds of community esports events are also gonna be very helpful for our communities overseas. So hopefully we will be able to kind of like expand upon these kinds of ideas, regional events, regional community events in the future concerning this kind of information.
Thoughts on enemy collabs? 애니랑 콜라보할 의향이 있으실까요?
애니메이션. 네?
애니메이션.
네네네. 그렇죠. 저희는 많은 콜라보 파트너들과 얘기를 하고 있고, 네. 앞서 이제 발표 내용에 나왔지만 콜라보는 사실 메이드 확률이 10% 이하라서 이제 정말 많은 대화들을 나누고 있고, 그 중에 애니메이션 파트너들도 굉장히 많이 있습니다. 네.
Yes, we are in talks with a lot of anime studios for a potential collab. But as we mentioned earlier in the dev stream, the percentage of collabs that actually end up becoming real or end up becoming final products is fairly low, but we are open to collabs in the anime area.
For questions regarding like specific ways of how features works or bugs, we believe that we will be able to better address these stuff in patch notes or future updates. So I think we can answer those stuff there. And yeah, we'll be keeping that in mind. I think we can kind of address other things. Let's see.
Will new enemies be introduced? 알파랑 델타, 오메가 그런 적들을 조금 더 추가할 양이 있을까요? 조금 보스 같은 그런 애들을.
최근에도 그러니까 뭐 보스의 정의에 따라 좀 다르겠지만 보리도 추가됐었고, 네. 이제 그런 오브젝트들에 대해서는 항상 그 게임의 변화의 중심이 될 것 같습니다. 다만 이제 그게 이 알파 오메가 같은 보스 몹일 수도 있고, 그리고 저 보리와 같은 이제 좀 중립 몹일 수도 있고, 이번 시즌은 그 부분이 이제 지역 기믹이라고 봐주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 네.
For the new enemies, well, it really depends on how we all define enemies. But Bori was also included into the game fairly recently, and they're also part of an objective that was included in the game. And we will keep adding new quote-unquote enemies or mobs into the game. And it might be in the format of a boss such as Alpha, Delta, Omega, or it might be a more neutral mob such as Bori. But for this season, we hope you guys can see the area gimmick as part of a quote-unquote new enemy.
Okay, we'll take a few more. Let's see. Do you have any thoughts on starting with 7 teams on specific times, like after 3 a.m. EST? Any rank normally ends around 4 a.m. because there is only 22 or 23 people waiting for queue. If you can play as a 7 team on late night, you probably have more chance to play the game. 이거 그 새벽 3시 뒤에 그 7팀으로 게임을 할 수 있는 방법을 열어달라고 하는데 이거는 지금 가능한 구조?
지금도 7팀으로 시작하고 있지 않나요? 네.
그거 for this one is actually supposed to work this way, but yeah, I think if there's an issue, we'll have to check. This one is something that will need checking, and yeah, it may be an issue. This one can actually be a culmination of multiple issues. It might be just a issue with the queue counter or the actual matchmaking stuff. So this one is supposed to work in the way that the player is suggesting. So this one we'll look into.
You mentioned collab reruns are a potential in the future. If there were reruns, is info able to be disclosed if it would return old skins or just be separate wave of collab, or would that be up to talks at the time? 콜라보를 똑같은 콜라보를 다시 진행하게 될 때 그 예전 스킨도 같이 재출시할 예정일지, 아니면 아예 그냥 새로운 스킨들만 출시할지, 아니면 그거는 이제 계약에 따라 다를지에 대해서 문의를 주셨습니다.
네, 계약에 따라 다른 부분인데 저희가 이제 제안받은 방식은 새로운 스킨을 소수 추가하면서 기존 걸 다 함께 가는 이런 방식들이 일반적으로 알고 있습니다. 네.
Yes, for reruns, that would be up to the contract and up to the talk at the time. But the method or the hinted way that were sent to us about reruns was that we add a few number of skins and also bring back some of the old skins as well.
Okay, we'll take 2 more. Would the future engine update allow for in-game models to match the quality in collection screen? 우리 유니티 6로 업데이트되면 그 인게임 모델도 그 우리가 컬렉션에서 보는 모델이랑 똑같이 볼 수 있는지, 그 퀄리티도 같이 높아지는지?
그렇진 않습니다. 네, 인게임 모델은 저 로비 모델을 일게임으로 가지고 오면은 정말 저 부하를 감당할 수 없기 때문에, 네, 그래서 인게임이 지금 그러니까 저희가 모델을 2벌로 항상 제작을 하고 있는데 저희도 사실 하나만 하는 게 훨씬 더 오히려 비용적으로는 만드는 제작 비용은 싼데, 네, 이제 굳이 이 로비 모델 인게임 모델을 따로 만드는 이유는 네, 그 부분이 최적화해서 좀 너무나 크리티컬한 이슈라서 아마 네, 그렇진 않을 것 같습니다.
Right now, it seems to be very hard because if we put the lobby models in in-game, it's going to be really critical on optimization, and it would be much more easier for us to just make one model too. But currently, the optimization issue is way too critical. Even if we move to another engine. So regarding this, we believe that this is going to be hard at least in the near future.
There was a question about KR streamer emotes for NA, please.
그 한국 방송 이번에 나온 거 이모티콘 북미 쪽에서 못 받아가는 그런 거에 대한 건데
첫 번째
그 이미 물어본 거예요? 오케이.
Oh, sorry. I did not realize it was already answered.
Yeah, that one we're gonna be looking into.
If it's the most recent one, it should be also being added to the drops token, which was included in the announcement. What is reverse camera drag scroll?
이거 한국어로 뭐라고 하죠? Reverse drag scroll? 마우스 인버스 혹시 옵션이 추가될 거에 대해서 물어보셨습니다. 오른쪽으로 아니면 화면이 왼쪽으로? 네, 뭐 지금까지는 그런 요구 니즈를 별로 많이 못 받아봐서 만약에 그런 부분들에 대한 수요가 많이 있다면 얼마든지 뭐 진행할 수 있는 부분일 것 같습니다. 고객센터로 그런 거 많이 주시면은 고객센터에서 이제 좀 그런 요구 사항들이 많이 쌓이면은 우선순위가 높아지니까 그런 부분 고객센터로 많이 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
Yeah. This one is something that we always do on player preference, and this one is something that we'll look into. So we understand the feedback that you guys are giving, and this is something we'll look into.
Yes, please send also further feedback of if you guys believe this is something that's very, really urgent. Please make sure to also keep discussing it and sending to customer support, and we'll try to see what we can do.
Reverse camera drag scroll mentioned every dev stream. Okay. Okay, I think we answered quite a lot of questions. So I think we can stop with the Q&A.
Let's do one more.
One more?
One more. Final one.
Okay.
Any plan for PvE game mode, either solo or squad?
저희 솔로든 스쿼드든 PvE 게임 모드에 대한 지금 플랜이 있을까요? PvE 게임을 지금 현재는 모드들 중에서는 PvE가 우선순위에 있지는 않은 것 같습니다. 네, 모드에 대한 아이디어들은 굉장히 많기 때문에 그 중에 어떤 모드들은 PvE를 지향하는 부분들이 있겠지만, 일단은 아마 단시일 내는 없을 것 같고, 근데 오히려 특히 지금 저 쿼터뷰에서 PV를 만드는 게 아주 재밌게 나오는 사례들이 레퍼런스들도 잘 없고 저희도 이제 이게 정말 재밌을까라는 부분에서 항상 재미 테스트에서 많이 떨어지는 편인데 오히려 만약에 한다면 이터널 리턴 그 클라이언트가 아닌 별개의 아이템으로 나올 수는 있을 것 같습니다.
At the moment, we have a lot of ideas for different modes, and a PvE mode is not the highest priority. And one of it is the fact that in isometric system like MOBA, we're not sure if a PvE format would be fun, and we haven't had a lot of references that we could see where it's fun for a very long time. But if we do perhaps maybe make PvE in one day, it's going to be outside of a Eternal Return client and a different item as a whole.
Okay. With that being said, I think that brings an end to our chat Q&A too. And that brings us to the end of the dev stream. We talked about quite a lot today. The dev stream's been going over 2 hours. And we talked a lot about our Season 10 review, our new core updates for Season 11, and also showed our new past Petite Minion too. So I hope you guys are all very excited about that, and hope that this dev stream has been very informative on giving you the insides of the neurons of Nimble Neuron. So I think before we end, I think can get some closing remarks from our wonderful devs. Who do you want to start? Do you want to start, Raven?
Always an honor to be here. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Very excited about next upcoming season and all the changes that we have coming soon. Please buy the season pack and remember to use the coupon as well.
Okay, and an ending remark from Wolf 1 too.
Your passion for Eternal Return drive us forward. Thank you for your time, and please enjoy the upcoming updates.
Okay, And yeah, that's all the closing remarks. And the closing remark for me is, it's always the same with every Dev stream, but we really appreciate having the community always come out here and listen to what we have to say, and hopefully we will be able to bring a much more better season with season 11 too. So yeah, thank you all for being here, and we hope to getting on a great season and see you next Dev stream. With that being said, I think we can close the stream. We will see you next time. Bye.
Okay. Let's clean up before the customers arrive. Today's master is you! This should keep me out of trouble, right? Is there a drawing you'd like to see? Should I draw a squirrel for you?
I'll fly anywhere immediately. Did you call me? I want to help you too. Welcome, Master. I'm used to this kind of thing. Hope you have a magical meal. Is that your wish, Master?
No one is cutting in line, right? A limited edition Lemmy Checky! You want it, don't you? Delicious! Your favorite maid, Lenny, has arrived! That's it for today's service. Thanks for coming, everyone.